glittering casinos to the desert sun. We're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray, laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own place. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own place. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray, laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own place. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own place. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun.
Welcome, 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 everybody. How are you doing around the world? I'm Jerry. This is
Matt German, the Lithuanian
Yes.
ambassador for Polymaker.
there. He's over there. Okay, there's
Yeah.
Matt. We
Yeah,
are
sorry.
live on YouTube and we're live on Twitch. How is everybody doing? Yeah, I talked to some of my friends over at LaserMaker's Realm, and the program is called Suno, SUNO.com. You type in some keywords, it AI generates some really cool music, and yeah, that's where that came from. 3D HP in Las Vegas, laser engraving. I put in keywords with a comma in between them, hit generate. It was free to use. It does like 10 a day. You can type in different things. It'll generate different types of music, rock, pop rock, whatever you want. Pretty cool program. suno.com. Very cool. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today?
I'm doing all right. How's everybody in chat?
Big and Bad Joe. Hello, Joe.
First time here, I believe.
TC Van Lit, formerly Joe Glass.
Welcome.
Hobby Main, hello. You can do your drop now, Hobby Main. I got the screen right here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Rodney Mack, non-fam, hello. Kenny's not here at the moment. I think he might be under the weather. I'm not sure. But I hope you guys are doing good. We'll be streaming for up to 3 hours today, and then I'll be on the different stream later on with my friend Patrick, Light Source Engraving, Rich LA Hobby Guy, and Jeremy with HTL Customs. They'll be on 2.5 hours after I go off if I stream for 3 hours.
My camera's a little bit crooked. That's still
crooked. And that picture I showed a bit ago was in my latest video. Working with my Halcyon fiber laser, I finally got some really good settings, and those are all done on black business cards. Pictures came out beautiful. I just completely love them. They are amazing. Came out really, really super cool.
Yeah, did.
And I just hit a little over 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, so it's not where I want it to be, but 6,000 is better than nothing. Yeah, I've been doing this on YouTube and Twitch. I've been on Twitch for like 1.5 years or so now. I only stream once a week on Twitch. And then YouTube, I'm on every Saturday, and I have like 400 plus videos over on YouTube. And last week, right before I went off, I got a donation towards my Sobel SV08 I want to buy. Sergio HVAC sent me $50 on PayPal. And thank you very much, Sergio, if you're watching. I PM'd him and thanked him. And I would like to buy a Sobel printer. I've contacted Sobel a few times, and they say they don't have any more to
give out.
So if I want one, I'll have to buy one. And I'm looking at $600 unless they're on sale, $50 off. So I'm looking toward the community and all my friends out there and all over the world that are watching to please donate to me to PayPal. And then when I get enough money, I can order one. So I've got $50 towards the 600 right now. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. So if anybody's interested, if you're on YouTube, there's a pinned post for my PayPal link. And if you're on, or just generally watching on Twitch, it'll pop up in chat. Stream Elements will pop up a link. And any help I can get, I would really appreciate. And then whenever I do get the machine, when I do videos on it, at the end of the videos, I will post everybody that donated to me.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a model right now, on a drone model for the past week, and I'm trying to get the numbers correct and fittings correct and slide it together. And now I have to redesign it again because the method what I chose did not work, because I'm not going to print the full drone part, just the pieces what I don't need to be connected to each other. So I basically create the top part and the bottom part, and then I put them back into the slicer, and then I cut the top off and the bottom off, and just print, a little bit to see if the connection fit. And if the connection fits, it's perfect. But I'm not happy with what I have right now, so I have to redesign them all again. So.
And hopefully my internet won't drop. I'm still having trouble, guys. It's been going up and down all morning. It never has got better. I mean, it got better, but it's not dropping as much. So if I get kicked off, Matt is here to run things until I pop back in.
Usually I just end the show, Yeah. Only go home,
Yeah, Matt could boot me out also. Anyway.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, Joe, I'll have to check. when TH3D changed stuff for me about a year and a half ago, for some reason, every time I checked my account, nothing was there. So I'll have to go on TH3Ds and see if I have anything there. But thank you very much for using that link. You get 5% off for using the discount code, and then I get a little kickback here and there. And then whenever it builds up, then I use any affiliate money to buy parts and stuff off them or filament. Thank you very much. Yeah. The program Suno, I think it's called. Yeah, I went over, I made a how-to and a little video. I made a thing talking about the company, and then I took all my different videos I've made for the company, and they kind of flipped through. I posted on my socials playing it. So
I might have next week a big announcement, so we'll stay tuned and tune into Jerry 3DHP. I might be taking my channel back live. Well, I know I will take my channel back live again, but I will be reporting on 3D printing, but a different style, way different. Like you guys will find out. So, what you been working on, Jerry? Anything interesting?
Not a lot. I mean, I got the alien sitting behind me. I still haven't glued his head back on. It's cracked in 3 places where it was glued together. So I've got to epoxy 3 places, tape it up, and then put it back on and re-epoxy it on. I have more work to do on that. I haven't glued Paul back together. Hello, Dan.
Hey, Dan. How are you doing?
Yeah, Dan just picked up another Bamboo Lab printer.
Nice.
Yeah, usually when you hit a milestone like 6,000, it'll fluctuate because people unsubscribe and subscribe. So when it hits like 6,030, then it'll probably stay at 6 because it fluctuates all the time. But it's just getting there slowly. Matt, are you having a baby? No, they're not having a baby. You're big enough. You're big enough. Right?
No, I wish. I can solve that problem easily. I don't mind. I would love to have a baby with my wife, and
Yeah, red light.
Have a little Matt running around,
Channel member, Montana Maker. Hello. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great weekend. Red Light, everybody knows out there in the 3D printing community. He asked me a couple months ago if I wanted to sell my Prusa Mini, but I said I do want to sell it one of these days, but I don't want to have to ship it. And then I think it was like 2 weeks ago, he messaged me again, he emailed me because he had won some filament, and he said, "Hey, whenever you want to sell it, let me know what you want. I'm probably interested." And then last week I emailed him and I said, "Okay, here's what I want for it, and here's how much it's going to cost for shipping. I've got it boxed up waiting if he wants it, but I haven't heard back from him. So I don't know if he's on vacation or he's sick or what's happened, but I haven't been able to he hasn't got back with me. And I emailed him a week ago. So, yeah. And then if I do sell it, then I'll take that money from that and then I'll apply it towards this $600 I'm trying to raise for the SVO8.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been doing different stuff. I've been busy this week with normal stuff like not 3D printing, and I'm waiting the hope of getting some contracts through, and one contract looks like came through, and then another thing came through, and that's what I will explain next week. What's everybody in chat up to? I mean, printing wise, and
I gotta go put this. I gotta go put this. Damn it, thing on the charger. It's kind of harsh. I got a disposables. My regular vape pen died, and I don't want to be out at $120 buying a new one with new batteries and all that junk. So I bought a disposable. They're like $13 and they're good for so many hits. You can recharge the battery. And then I went and got a second one, but they're both basically dead. I'll be right back. I got to go plug one of them in. They're not, you can't refill these, but I'm going to, once one of them goes completely dead, I want to see if I can break it apart, see what makes it tick, and if I can find a way to add juice to it, even though they're disposable.
Yeah. Me, I prefer, I have one and I just got a new one too because mine broke. I have been printing lithoplanes too, but I'm gonna show off that next week too. And one of my models, what I have created, been made over 60,000 times. And I'm very proud of that. And now I'm talking to several people who want to have drones of me, so I'm doing that now, like just a model housing, you know, and I send it over to them for them to assemble, and if they need to have any adjustment, I'm just going to adjust and send them the part next time over, you know, and or send them the STL file for that one part. But I want to keep this drone file under my control, so I don't think I'm going to send out the file.
Yeah, I contacted Polymaker on Discord, and since I'm a partner with Polymaker, I got the code to get one with an extra box, but they're not going to be back in stock until June. So sometime in June, I'll be able to get it sent to me with an extra box and review it. But yeah, all the videos I've seen on them, they look pretty awesome. That sucks that you're disappointed in it. They look really cool, what I've seen online. Here's some of the things I've been working on with my fiber laser I did in my last video. Here's a Chucky on a black business card. They're high gloss, real glossy business cards. Here's a Grogu. Stormtrooper, his face is stretched just a little bit. I could have printed a little bit higher, but there's my two girls. Sandy and Nikita. Wonder Woman. These are all done on my 60-watt Haltien fiber laser. Some of the pictures I got off Patreon. Some of them are random prints I found on the net. Dropped them in light burning. Death Star. Here's my favorite. I just put a video out on my YouTube channel. It's got a link to where you can find some of these at.
So anybody in chat who likes to join us, please join us. But we have to know you, and Jerry is the one who gives you okay.
Mr. Diesel, hello. How are you doing today?
Hey, Mr.
Let's
Diesel.
see. Can't get the box PG to go down 20%. Huh. Join Polymaker over their Discord and ask them about it. I don't know. Or anybody that's already reviewed it on YouTube, leave a comment under their video asking them about it. Then maybe they might have an idea. Yeah, the number one thing that I wanted a fiber laser for was engraving brass coins. And I'm still working with that. But then my second thing would be doing pictures on metal, like business cards and such. And I finally got the settings pretty good. Maybe they can be dialed in better, but they're good enough that I'm going to leave them the way they are. And I'll just keep printing stuff. Hey, Pete, how you doing today?
Yeah, hey. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Yeah, and in like what, 3 weeks I'll be 60. It's crazy. June 12th. Getting old.
Nah, that's a
Hey
myth.
Josh.
People don't get
Josh.
old.
How are you doing today? Yeah, my connection goes up and down. You're welcome to join in, and if you get to drop off, you know, it happens, it happens. But you're welcome to come on. Josh says you'll join soon. Cool.
Cool.
Let me go back and do this one up and read it.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, I have some problem with my filament right now too. Last week, I lost stringing. I think it has something to do with the weather, probably.
Happy future birthday. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not happy about being 60. I can see the end of the tunnel. I'm not happy about it, but that's life. We all go through it, right? That's just the way it is. You never know how long you'll live or how old you'll be, and hopefully it's a long time. I hope I live to be 100, as long as I'm able to get up and get around and be motivated. I don't want to be a vegetable I eat food and it goes all over myself and it's a mess. So we'll see what happens. My father passed away when I was 17 years old. He was 57 at the time. So far I've outlived my father by 3 years. Then my mom passed away when she was around 79 or 80. Yeah, it seems like when you get older, you have more health problems. That's probably about the only thing. But one good thing about it, in 2 more years, I get my Social Security, so then I can go buy a newer vehicle. I'll have extra money to actually do stuff with. So hopefully I'll make it to 62. If I don't, that'd be really disappointing. I've been looking forward to a certain number for a long time, and then when I get there, something happens. But if that happens, my wife will be happy. So. Yeah, not much going on this week. I've done a few videos. I think I've done one other day on my CNC out in the garage. Oh yeah, I had those wireless controllers. I hooked up on one of my CNCs. I was working on that, and I did that fiber laser video. Then I've been watching a lot of TV and Netflix, stuff like that. Do I exercise? Not as much as I should, but I do have a bike in the house and a treadmill. When I work construction, I was going 100 miles an hour 6 days a week, but I don't do that anymore, and that's why I gained so much weight. So I need to lose at least 100 pounds.
Yeah, I need to lose a little bit of weight too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm drawing at 62. Almighty Malachi, how you doing today? Yeah, taking Social Security is 62. If you live to be old, you'll make more money over time than waiting to 67, getting a larger amount, but you can't enjoy it for as many years. So it's best to get it and run when you can get it. And hopefully it'll still be there as long as you need it.
And we have somebody popping in.
Andrew, what's going on?
Hey.
Good, you guys?
How are you today?
I'm all right.
I know you're all right. I was asking Andrew how he was.
I know, I was seeing if you catch on. How are you, Andrew? Can you hear us?
Cool.
I don't think he's hearing us, Andrew.
Can you hear us, Andrew?
Nope, he can't hear us.
No, we can't hear you either. Down below at the bottom of your screen, there should be a thing there for your audio where you can check it or test it. He can hear me. When you come in, normally you check your audio and your video, and then you pop in. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Well, yeah. I'm getting double feedback for some reason.
Close down your YouTube if you have YouTube open.
Yeah, if you got YouTube open or Twitch, close them or mute them because that's why you're hearing double audio.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a little bit designing and will show probably some of it off at the live stream here. If people are interested in.
So what have you been up to, Andrew? How you been? I see you got a Bambu Lab printer behind you.
Oh, I've been busy. I'm actually in the middle of designing a pump right now.
Oh,
cool.
A water pump.
It's a positive displacement vane pump. So it actually has ability to almost be as sealed as much as you would a air compressor. So you can use it as a turbine too.
So you can actually use it for generating electric.
Yeah, if you had the water flow, you could actually put water through the one side and actually hook up a generator, small generator, to either side of the pump because the shaft goes through it. So you could actually hook up 2 generators if you had enough water flow. It's at small scale here though, right now, but yeah, so it should be interesting when it's done. I made one before similar to this, but it was quite large and it was hard to even hand crank or put a drill on it. So it was too large. Displacement was too much. So hopefully this one will do the trick.
What part of the country or what part of the world are you in?
I'm in Ontario, Canada.
Oh, cool.
So
very cool. I've never been to Canada. I always want to go visit.
Well, a lot of people right now probably wouldn't want to with our politics the way they are. It's pretty bad. They're right on us. You'd almost think that we aren't democratic anymore, the government. So it's pretty scary.
You got some forest fires burning right now, right? Fires?
Yeah. They're pretty bad out west way. And we usually have to worry about them up towards Quebec way, but and northern Ontario to get them. But yeah, it's a pretty bad scenario. So I'm not too bad in Ontario. It's not so bad. I'm down closer to Detroit. So Michigan way. Not too far away.
Do you ever come down to the U.S. very often, drive across the border and look around?
I haven't for a little while. I have a little Sunbeam Alpine sports car that I belong to a group in Ohio way. And it was always fun zipping down there and seeing those guys. It was a pretty big deal there. They had a lot of fun there. But no, I haven't been down there since I had to go to UL and get a turbine tested down there. But so it's been probably, I bet you it's been 5 years since I've gone across the border. So,
wow.
So you're PC Van, let's say you're somewhere near around Nero's area, Nero 3D.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think he's Windsor way, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
I think he's Windsor.
He did a video this morning talking about the U.S. Blockading a lot of different products from China that are coming to the U.S. And he was mentioning that the Boron power supplies, that company makes those. The Bambu Lab power supplies are made by that company. That's being blocked. And Jason LDO is looking for an alternative company as far as for, their power supplies because the company's being blocked by the U.S. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a stickler, isn't it? You want to support your country, but you want this stuff still. So,
yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah. If China got completely banned from the U.S., we wouldn't have a hobby anymore because everything comes from China.
For sure, yeah. It'd be nice if we had both our countries, Canada and the U.S., had more manufacturing. I'll tell you, it's terrible what's happened. I was with another company that tried to move stuff that way for manufacturing, and it was just a fiasco. So, but yeah.
I think we should get a little bit more self-sufficient in the West now again.
Yeah.
I think it's a need for it.
Well, I know a lot of stuff that goes to Canada, you got real, what's it called, a tariff or whatever. You got to pay all those extra fees and stuff. It's ridiculous.
It's terrible, our cost of living here now. At one time, we were pretty even with the U.S., and in the 70s, we were actually feeling it was a little cheaper here. But now we're probably, I bet you, with our health care too, puts a lot of burden on our taxes too. But so, yeah.
Some people abuse it because a lot of people, that do stuff like get Botox injections from a guy on the street, and it goes wrong, and then I go to hospital. Oh, I just I had a Botox injection, and can you fix me?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's good and bad with everything, I guess.
That's what we have a lot of problem over here too. Women having trouble. I've seen people go to Turkey to get the teeth like veneered, and they literally file the teeth down, and then they put crowns on them, and a lot of stuff like this down in Turkey goes wrong because it's big money down there. Though there are a couple of companies sprung up what literally fake, And
What kind of printers do you have, Andrew? What all are you into is with your hobbies?
I've got some Chirons, which I wish I didn't have. So I was doing large prints and stuff. So I have 2-3 of those. I really like my Ender 5 Plus and Pro. I've got another Ender 3 and Anycubic S that I do a little stuff on. Yeah, so I do more 3D modeling of cars and stuff.
all right, cool.
So that's kind of neat.
Oh, that's nice.
It came out pretty good. It's a little dirty and dusty right now, but that's Moneo out of a fella from Australia asked for that. Here's a Fiat.
Nice.
But yeah, so they're actually slot cars. So you can actually open them up and put little motors and stuff in them and
Very
use
cool.
them on a slot car track. And I do, this is a company that wanted a boat designed. We did a 3D model. So it's actually pretty cool.
Did you draw those pictures on the top shelf?
These ones here. No, those are antique. Antique race pictures from the probably 50s and 60s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No, so I do a lot of my stuff is really done for mechanical design, and that's my job really to do 3D modeling. So I do this stuff on the side for fun. So.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing some drone right now.
You doing drones?
Yeah.
Cool.
I do the housing, but because I don't have a drones license over here, you need a drones license in the UK. And the drone what I'm building is going to be more than 250 grams. So, me having no license, I can't fly that thing around, So I have to actually get some friends to come around, collect it, and they put all the parts in, and then they test it, and they tell me if there's anything wrong, or I'll go with them out there. That's my plan. I'm just starting out drone modeling. I've done some drone modeling before, but not to the extent what I'm doing now.
Cool. That'd be neat.
Joe wants to know what program to use for your CAD.
I use 3D Builder. What do you use?
I use SolidWorks.
That's a good program. More stable than my program. Problem with 3D Builder is if you have too much stuff in there, it just slows down everything, and sometimes it just crashes.
So large assemblies you'd have more difficulty with the large assembly.
Yeah, So what I do is I assemble small little pieces and then save them and then start the next piece and then start the next piece and do it over, save like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times and then assemble all the parts together and then link them. You know, even the linking part sometimes takes a long time.
For sure. Especially if you try to do some simulation or something like that, it just crashes. Depending on how things are constrained and stuff too. But
Yeah, I've got Fusion on my computer, but I've never used it much. I've never learned it. I have enough trouble with Tinkercad, which I don't use very often. And I've been retired for 11 years now, and I have all this free time, too many hobbies, and it's like I want to learn this and I want to learn that, but I never take the time. I just got too many hobbies.
It's a frustrating thing too to learn something new. So if you aren't pushed to do it, at least me anyways, I have a tendency to say kind of just push it off to the side. But
Yeah. Ungroup? No, I don't want to ungroup.
Yeah, today's kind of a slow day. I'm not real energetic and happy and jumping up and down. So.
I have more energy today. Maybe I can put a little bit more energy out.
Yeah, I went to the store and bought some Mountain Dew right before the stream, so try to wake me up.
Oh, I
Not
like
sleeping well at night.
That's not good.
don't like when you don't sleep well.
Yeah, I get up throughout the night, turn on my TV, watch YouTube or part of a show, and get a bottle of water, drink it, try to go back to sleep, and then an hour or two later, I'm doing it all over again. And I always sleep the best right when I go to get up. You know, you wake up in the morning, and I think I got up at 5:30 this morning. But I knew I'd be getting ready for my stream 2 hours early at 10 o'clock to go live at 12. You come on here a couple hours early, getting things ready. Then Matt usually pops in early and we chit chat before I go live. Andrew, you work on, I don't know, somebody's computer is connecting and disconnecting.
Yeah, it's on mine.
Oh, here it is. Oh, it's my phone connection. I hit it.
Oh, okay. So you work Monday through Friday up there and you're off on the weekends, hey?
Yeah. And a lot of times I'm on contract to do some modeling for a couple companies that south of here. So a lot of times they give me a lot of work on Thursdays, Fridays, so I'm busy during the weekend. so I'm kind of pushing things all the time, but it's pretty fun though.
Cool.
Very nice.
So you were into a lot of resin printing, were you not, Jerry?
Yeah, I still am. I just haven't printed in a few months.
Yeah.
I've done hundreds of resin prints, a couple hundred resin prints.
So do you like that better than I've never really got into resin, and I always kind of wondered because I could get smaller detailed parts, right?
Well, if you're doing little cars or models, your prints that come out perfect compared to FDM where they're okay. They don't look perfect. The quality would be completely perfect. It's not that messy, really. The odor, there might be some odor here and there. Don't have any birds around. Use it in a well-ventilated area. I don't usually have any trouble. That's just, I've got so much stuff. I've literally got shelves and shelves of stuff. And in the other room, I got boxes and boxes. And it's like, I've kind of got burnt out on resin printing. So I'm trying to get more into fiber laser and my CNC stuff. Because I've done so much of everything else in the past. But I still have 2 resin printers. Actually, I got 3. The Anycubic Photon Mono X doesn't work. There's something wrong with it. But I got a new control board and it's not reading my files last time I used it. Then I got a Uniformation GK2, which is an 8K resin printer. Nice printer. It's a mid-size. If you ever want to get into resin printing, I'd suggest buy a mid-size resin printer. You don't need anything huge and expensive, nor do you want something that costs $200 or $300 and it's real tiny. You just kind of figure out how big your average prints are for your car bodies, whether you're standing them up or, having, usually upright. So anyway, I always suggest get at least a mid-size resin printer. So,
it'd be interesting. Do the little drivers and stuff. It'd be nice to get a nice detail on the drivers' heads and bodies.
Waving to a special friend of mine. Be safe.
Hey, Roger Brown, how you doing today?
And more to come. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I've got a Peel Poly Forge. That's a good sized resin printer. It's really slow though. It takes forever and forever to print anything on it, but it's got a big build plate. But I really love my Uniformation GK2 that I have. It's a nice printer. It's mid-size.
Yeah. My 2 resin printers, what I have right here, above there and there. I probably will get rid of the big one. It's the Mighty 4K, and I've not been using it for like 6-8 months now, and I'm slowly thinking about let somebody else, play around with it, because I don't do anything anymore with resin much, because before I had people coming in and asking me to do little models, but now all those people have all the models they want, and
doing minis and stuff like that. Little tiny characters, really high detail tiny characters come out perfect on a resin printer. Where an FDM, they come out, okay.
All this area right here is full with resin stuff.
It's like your Bambu Lab printer. You print something on the Bambu, you look at it, you said, okay, if I went to the store, would I buy this? And in the past, a lot of times you print something, you're like, it looks okay, but I would never buy this. But nowadays, the printers are printing well enough, and the resin printers also print well enough, and the 3D printers. I think, yeah, that looks really cool. I'd pay for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else would like to join us? Let me put the invite link back in chat. If I know who you are, you're welcome to come on. You're welcome to self-promote yourself all that you want. And as long as we're talking about hobby-related stuff or food, you're good to go.
Or food.
Yeah, we would get off topic and start talking about something else.
Yeah, hey, you take care of your sister, okay? Thanks for the message. And say hello to everyone.
So, Jerry, I had just a little character model of yourself a while back. That was some time ago now.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. I remember that.
Yeah. And now I didn't hear much from you back from it. Would you have rather have seen something that was more caricature, more cartoony, or because I still have the file and I could fool around with it?
Well, I'll be working with head. You know the head that I printed out, a friend of mine did for me? I got the bust in my head wherever it's at. Well, it's up on the shelf. I can't get to it. Well, I did that bust in my head that I had a designer design it for me. It looks exactly like me. I sent him some pictures, and based on the pictures I sent him, he made that head from scratch, and I can't reach it.
That's cool.
And what I was looking for was something like that with legs, basically, like a little mini knee.
Sure.
It's like Wexter does all those characters. They all look the same, but then they resemble streamers.
Okay, yeah, I can.
Wexter a couple of years ago, and he said he didn't have time. And that's as far as that went. So I got a hold of another person, which I can't reveal who he is. He's a professional designer.
Sure.
And I sent him a couple pictures, and actually I should have shaved my head because he actually put razor stubble on the head. And based off a couple photographs, here's what he did.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I painted it the best that I could. And see, I didn't shave in it. So he actually put that detail in.
Nice job.
So what I was kind of looking for was something of this type of quality, like a little person. That's what I was looking for. And then I could obviously print it out, or I could share it online. And if I had a 3D scanner, like here's Matt. He had himself 3D scanned, resin printing god Matt, the Kuma mod. Cool. That he had sent me that file. He has this over on, I think it's on Cults, where you can download it and print it out. Well, something where it actually looks like the person on like a little body or something. Sure. What I was actually looking for in the past. Hey, Betty Boop. That's my wife in chat there.
Hey, Betty.
Hey, Brandy.
How you doing?
You got to have hashtag USA. USA won't work. She wants to enter on the giveaway. She has a printer here, an FL Sun Q8. He didn't use a 3D scanner. I sent him some photographs of myself, and based on the 2 pictures that I sent him, that's how he created this from scratch. Because he's a professional designer that I'm not going to mention who he is, but people have bought his models around the world, and they printed stuff. And he had done this for a Christmas present 2 years ago.
Nice.
Very cool. I'm almost done with my bottom piece of my model.
Yeah, the statue was just done based off pictures. He designed it from scratch. I'm not sure if he used he uses multiple programs. What's that one program everybody uses to design stuff with? Can't think of the name of it.
Fusion 360?
No. The name is slipping me. Well, anyway, he uses a couple different programs when he designs. So
yeah, I do.
Blender might be one of them, but that ain't what I was thinking of. But yeah, we'll be giving away a roll of Ziltech filament today. That'll be USA only later. And then after that, hello, Tom Llama. How you doing today?
Oh, he comes Llama trouble.
Not Mesh Mixer. You're getting close. It's not Blender. Blender and Mesh Mixer, he might use those, but damn it, I can't think of the name of the other program.
I know I have that too all the time, especially with names.
For
names like that.
Organic objects, and I can't think of the name of it. It's extremely expensive. ZBrush, ta-da! Winner! Yeah, that's it. ZBrush. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. That's what I think most people use. Then there's Maya, yeah. A lot of different programs. But anyway. Hey, Llama, why don't you come in and talk about your cutting boards and what you've been working on? We'd love to have you.
Yeah. Long time no hear from you.
So you guys, just to ask the question, I was thinking of getting a small CNC of some sort that I could do very lightweight metal. And a lot of the ones I've seen will mainly do almost engraving, not really cutting. Is there a manufacturer that you guys know that's not too extreme cost, but would cut light metal?
Same Smart will do some aluminum depending on it. I've done videos on a couple different ones from them. Same Smart, they're 4040 Pro. I think it's like 40 by 40. I put my Makita router on it. It comes with a small spindle. But if you go over to my YouTube channel, just look at some of my videos that I have. I have on different CNCs, kind of give you an idea. Or just go to YouTube and search CNC and see what pops up. There's a lot of smaller hobbyist CNCs out there that are real reasonable. Well, pretty reasonable. Depends what you want to do with them.
I'd like to make some chassis, some small chassis and stuff would be nice. They could just bend the metal up, and so it doesn't have to be just light metal. It doesn't have to be anything big.
Dave Gatton, D-A-V-E Gatton, G-A-T-T-O-N, has a great channel on CNCs. And everybody in chat, what's the name of the man and woman, the boy and girl, basically, that have a channel? They review anything and everything. At least the girl does the reviewing, and her brother's always in the background. I can't think of the name of their channel, but they pop something out like every week.
No, don't know.
It's slipping my mind. Aurora Tech. Yeah, thank you, Non-Fam. Yeah, check out Aurora Tech's channel on YouTube. It's a little Asian girl. She's probably 19, 20 years old, and they review printers and CNCs and all kinds of everything. They have an awesome channel. Cool. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, they got a great channel. So that's what I suggest. Just watch a bunch of different videos, grab a paper and pen, write down some names, and check out the companies or see who might have a special or deal on this and that. Yeah, Brandy, I'm forgetful quite often. No, she's not 13 or 14. I think she's like, I know she looks like she is, but I think she's older than that. I think she's like 18 or 19. A lot of Asian women look real young, or Asian people look real young until they hit 60 or 70, and then it catches up with them overnight. You wake up the next morning, you go, "What the hell? Who are you?"
Wheels are falling off.
She did great. Okay, well, I'm not sure. Maybe she did. I thought she was older than that. Okay. She just graduated 8th grade. All right. Yeah, well, anyway, they got a great channel.
Mm. Sorry, I'm being so quiet, but my thinking right now wasn't this moment of my model.
This is why I don't go solo when I stream. It's because if I don't have somebody to bounce off of, I have trouble talking. Because I might have 10 things lined up to show you, and in the first 5 minutes I show you everything. Then if chat isn't hitting me with things, I just kind of sit there and I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
With it, so, yeah.
No, I know the feeling. That's why I stopped streaming and joined you. But since I will reopen my stream properly very soon again, and yeah,
I talked to Liam the other day on Facebook, and then we chatted on the phone. I was having some CNC issues, and I wanted his advice. And he said he might start streaming this fall, maybe.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the one and only Zachary 3D Prints popping in. Zach,
hey guys,
what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great.
Good video this morning. I seen that. I gave you a thumbs up on my TV set, and yeah, real good.
He said this morning. For your side, for me it was like 3:00 p.m.
Okay.
But yeah, originally I had planned that video for yesterday, but I was like, no, I still have 2 pieces of footage that I still need to, take care of, making sure that, they get also the attention that I promised them to do. So for that reason, I shoved that video one day later. No problem there. Yeah.
Yeah, that hotel looked pretty fancy. You stayed in. The last time I was in a motel, it was like what's it called, Motel 8 or Super 6, something like that.
Super 8. I mean, at Earth there was non-fam. He stayed at the Super 8 hotel.
Okay.
Basically apartments and small and stuff like that.
I try to stay somewhere it's one step up from the front seat of my truck. So anyway.
Yeah, for me, I'm starting to plan to go to 3D Printopia. So probably I am going for the same setup that I did last year. Cheap airline ticket, because this is the East Coast, so I can take the charter flight. That cost me last year 450 euros, which is cheap. But for the hotel, I still need to check if I'm going for the same hotel or staying at a place where other people are staying as well.
Very nice.
So yeah, but that hotel it gives me that late 90s vibe also as well, because of the color scheme, the carpet, the furniture. But I mean, the food was good. Everybody was every single evening in the lobby. It was a lot of fun. And, when people have moments off doing other stuff, I'm not going to record everything that everybody is doing. There's also a moment of enjoying instead of recording.
PC Van Lit, thank you very much for the donation on PayPal towards the Sobel SV08. I really appreciate that. Thank you, sir. When you got home, is there anything you realized you forgot, or something you should have done different, or something you should have brought and you didn't? Because when you get there, you only have what you have, and you're like, "Well, I wish I would have had this with me."
Yeah, that's a good one. Within your question, there were 2 things, or actually one thing that I had to think about. I went with an noise canceling headphones, and I left without having it. So I brought something with me and I left something behind.
I went out and ate at a restaurant, and I used my cell phone to tape myself and my wife. I got a video that I did on my channel, and the music was really loud, and you could clearly hear the lyrics. And I didn't try to edit it out in DaVinci Resolve. I didn't even know if I could. But of course, I got a copyright strike, and in some parts of the world, they say it won't play. And I couldn't have YouTube edited it out because it would kill all my audio. So I just left it. But I guess if I would have had a wireless mic on my shirt, then maybe it could have filtered it, I think.
Yeah. For outdoors or at events, I'm not really a professional, but I've learned a thing or two when it comes to something like that. I was recording everything at Earth with my mobile phone without any microphone and stuff. I did take it with me, but I was like, no, I want to go slow, go easy on everything, and maybe for the next time I'm going to use a microphone. But if you have a microphone close by your mouth or by somebody that you are interviewing, it is easier in DaVinci Resolve to cancel that noise away from the clip. So if then something like music is playing on the background, it's that more dampening down.
Okay, I didn't try, but I guess I should have tried. Maybe I could have fixed the problem.
But
Winnie and Apples,
if you are recording only with your phone and not a real microphone next to it, it's going to be a hard time to get the music out. Then I would say, like, if you don't say anything and it has still value, just mute the whole clip and put your own music underneath and show it as a normal B-roll stuff. At least that is what I would do, because in the clip with the Lamborghini, I wasn't talking, but the music was very loud. Therefore, I muted it.
So maybe if I would have put YouTube music on with that other music, maybe it would have helped wash it out to where you couldn't really. Maybe YouTube's algorithm wouldn't have detected it. The other music would have washed over it. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it is not too loud, if the music on the background isn't too loud, you can always lower the volume down and put your own music a little bit up.
We just lost our guest.
But maybe you can also check for a yearly subscription on
Okay, Andrew, thank you.
Epidemic Sound.
All right. Yeah, when I was editing it, I thought about it, and then I forgot to go do it. But I should have at least tried if I could have possibly done something. What I would have done, I'd pull my other monitor, I'd Google it, I'd go to YouTube, or I would Google my problem and then watch somebody's video on how they suggest to try to scrub it. But so if I had a wireless mic in the future, then it's easy to do with the software that comes with the mic. Okay.
Or you have a wired microphone that is attachable to your phone. Something like this. It looks very very easy and simple, but if this helps, why not using it?
Okay.
I mean, you see a lot of people standing like this,
All right. Yeah.
It's not so crazy.
They're holding it up to the mouth while they're talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one of these days I want to get a DJI wireless. I don't want a Rode; they're too expensive. Then there's a third company out there that's a little less expensive than DJI. I forget the name, but I've seen a lot of people using it.
Oh yeah, I have used them, but I hate them because I had so many. In the past, I was using those wireless microphones from Boya. I had to see how to get the audio back, because sometimes it wasn't working. And the Rode microphone that I bought, I think they were like 150 or 180 euros. The Go's. Let's see.
And then I think it was the Rode 2. I think it is. It came out that a lot of people didn't. A lot of reviews on it and comments on Amazon weren't that great on it. The newer version they came out with.
Yeah. So these, I think that these were the previous generations, and they are working fine. You have now smaller ones. I don't know if those are from Rode, but just like this. And if you want to reach the button, it's just like that.
Okay.
It's easy, simple.
Did you buy that handle or you 3D print it and put it on like a microphone?
It's just 3D printed.
Okay, cool.
It slides in.
Oh, I see.
And I was trying to use that, but the problem is I want to travel light. So for the next trip, I'm going to check for a DJI Osmo kit, maybe a less expensive version.
What's a camera that a lot of people are using that looks like that, but it's got a little camera, but I think it's on a gimbal. A lot of people are using those.
Yeah, that is the DJI Osmo Pocket, I believe.
Okay. And my Osbot camera that I have in front of me, every time I move, everything goes kind of white, and then it's got to settle down the colors. Why it's doing that, I don't know.
Today we had to be at a photo shop, photo service thing. I don't know what the name exactly is, but my two daughters, they had to make a picture together, and yeah, and they are selling cameras. So I asked the guy, like, I'm thinking about to go for a little bit upgrade for my camera. I have now a Canon M50. It's fine, but do you have something that is a real step up in the game? Oh my gosh. Perfect camera, 3,000 euros.
Wow. Dave Gatton, great video you put out this morning. I seen that on the dust shoe. I think Onefinity does that, where it's got that dust shoe, it's mounted solid. That's kind of scary though, because eventually you're going to forget and you're going to break it on something. But yeah, I like the video. And how do you like that CNC versus what you had from SaneSmart? They look like they're about the same from what I can see, just different branding. Just wondering what you thought. Go ahead, Zach.
And he was also using a different type of lens on the camera, and that lens was like 1,500 euros. But
Wow.
I mean, for a studio camera shooting B-roll, maybe close by when I'm able to take my camera with me, it is perfect. But I mean, I need to look for a little less expensive camera, because I want, if I'm going to go to places, I'm also not taking my Canon camera with me, because I want to be flexible. I want to move wherever I want, and my phone I always have with me. So
yeah, somebody made a comment on a food video in Las Vegas. They said if you walk in a casino with a Canon or a big camera, everybody stops you. Oh no, you can't take pictures. You can't take pictures. But if you walk around with a cell phone, everybody does that. They ignore you. Nobody pays attention. So if you look like you're there to film and you got a rig, well, then somebody usually says something. You got your cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. Everybody's always taking pictures or filming with their cell phone. Nobody cares.
it's so crazy. You are still doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah. It's just, I guess it's not as obvious. Yeah. You're not drawing any attention to yourself.
No. But there was on the Rocky Mountains festival, there was also a guy had a whole big setup, and I had to ask, like, okay, what is this? Because I see several cameras, several screens. I don't know even where to look. It was just amazing. It was amazing.
Thanks, yeah, Dave Gatton in chat. He's got a great channel over on YouTube, guys. He does CNC, this, that, and everything. He's got a wonderful channel. He's been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
9.
So I was in yesterday's live stream. I was rebuilding the iFactory One belt 3D printer. It's standing next to me, but I changed the camera. It's now against the wall, so I'm not able to turn the camera. Maybe if can I do that? I need to switch camera. I don't know how this is going to work. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody can see it. So this is how it is looking like now. All pet orange pet G from Prushment. It's now more uniform, black and orange. Yeah, it was a almost 5.5 hour live stream, but
Wow.
I like how the machine looks like now. I think in the second stream where I'm going to continue with it, I think I'll be finishing it. So I'm very happy. It does look nice, and also the guy from just a second. Also the guy from iFactory. He he turned on he turned up in the live stream as well. So that is cool.
Yeah,
Mark-
that was
Mark and you were.
that was yesterday, right?
Yeah, I didn't watch any. I'm sorry, I was very busy and
No,
Yeah,
it's totally fine.
I
Matt.
was coming and going on different channels and
you
YouTube.
know, I always say hi. You know when I come in.
Like,
you know.
wow, Zach's still on. I refresh the page, to make sure everybody's still alive. And yep, he's still on. Because sometimes if you don't refresh it, it looks like they're on and they're really not. So I refresh, like, wow, he's still screaming.
Yeah, I always look in the description and I see that streamed, and then you know that the stream is over. But last week it was 5.5 hours. Yesterday was almost 5.5 hours. Yeah, just like the old days, streaming for 6 hours or 5 hours. I do need to say, there's a point that I'm getting really tired.
I was mentioning Dave Gatton in chat, his CNC channel. Here's the link right here. If you guys want to go give him a quick subscribe, it's free to do so. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Here's his channel right here. I'll post it. He's got a wonderful channel. I have no problem promoting anybody's channel that I like. Whenever a guest comes on, you're welcome to come on and promote yourself. As long as it's hobby-related stuff that we're talking about, you're welcome to self-promote or plug links. Or, you're very welcome to do that.
Yeah, nice. Hey, you know the Easy 3D K9, the small printer that made by Leas also made a video about. I have that printer as well, and people are asking stuff about that. When are you going to install Clipper on it? Are you going to install a display on there and do stuff like different kind of things? And I was thinking about it. Why not making a similar printer with I don't know, Jerry and Matt, did you see those modular brackets where you put everything on from the Easy 3D K9?
Not sure.
Not sure. Oh, just a second. I'm going to grab it.
Okay.
2 hours later.
You've done that pretty good. Sounds just like it.
I know. I try my best,
Okay, so meet the K9. This is
wow.
a small kid's 3D printer with all axes are exactly the same. So if you're going to, sorry,
looks like a king. It looks like a king rune.
Yeah, oh, maybe it does.
Sort of.
But it's a very simple concept. You have a modular system, modules, and basically what happens, you have smooth rods, a bearing or gantry, you have a timing belt and a stepper motor. So for every single axis, you have exactly the same thing, and you can, doesn't matter how you do it, because everywhere you have the same slot where you can attach those things to, something like that. So I was thinking, like, what if I'm going to design something like that as well, but instead of using those geared motors, going for pancake stepper motors with some timing belts, some smooth rods, I make something more stable. Shouldn't be
How
too
much
crazy.
something like this would cost you?
Sorry?
How much something like this will cost you to make?
I need to figure that out. I already have a board, the Big 3 Tech Pico board. It's a small board, 32-bit, so not too crazy. But maybe I can figure it out. This is just an idea that popped in my head, and since it is modular, maybe I can also have it as portable as possible, and then make a casing for it.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So how would you be able to run it from a car battery?
These I don't know how much power that
How
they
long?
use. How long?
Yeah, I mean the hot end, it should only be like, how many watts is a hot end? I mean,
If you had an inverter off the battery, so you could plug into it, convert it
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
electricity.
In this case, the only power is being used is for the main board and the motors
Oh.
and the extruder, and it's not in heated bed. The version that I was thinking about, I'm going to use in heated bed, but I mean small printer.
I think we should do a giveaway for roll of Ziltech filament right now. If you're in the USA or you want just like winning stuff, it needs to go to the USA address. Ziltech is out of Houston, Texas, where they've been having a lot of tornadoes and storms and rain damage, flooding right now. But we're going to give away one roll of filament. Be good for PLA, PETG, ABS. They got dual color. They got tricolor. They got awesome filament. They sell extrusion. If you want to build a custom printer, they have tons of extrusion. They will cut to length for special orders. They got a little bit of anything and everything. So what'll happen, we'll draw one person. If you haven't won the last 2 months, you can win. If you've won within the last 2 months and your name comes up, have me redraw. I will redraw. If you're out of the country and you win, as long as it goes to somebody in the USA, it'll have to ship to a USA address. I'll put my email in chat. You simply type in your, send me your mailing information here in the US with what type of filament you want. Go to ziltech.com, pick out a type, let me know. I pass it on to the rep. They mail it out Monday, and you'll have it by Friday here in the US. So hashtag USA in chat. Let me pull up my screen. We got 15 people have entered.
15?
15.
That is not much.
Yeah, there must be a lot of people streaming today. We got a total of 34 people watching right now. 22 people are on YouTube and 12 are on Twitch.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pete. As long as it's over 2 months, you can enter. If it's within 2 months. So here we go. Let's draw one winner for one roll of PLA, PETG, or ABS from Ziltech Filament. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam.
The winner is.
Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Not me.
Zachary 3D.
Oh,
Okay.
what are the odds?
Hey, you got two options here. You can either have me redraw or you can gift it to somebody, since obviously it won't ship to you.
Okay, I'm going to do it like this. Who is living in the US and who wants it? Just wait till there's somebody's responding to that.
Hey, Derek.
Montana Maker. Give it to him if he is. Yeah.
Let's see, who was the first person that responded?
Me.
No, I mean from the YouTube side, Montana Maker, I saw him responding. I don't know from the Twitch side.
It was Almighty Malachi on the Twitch side. But you said Montana Maker?
Yeah.
Okay, Montana Maker, congrats. You want to roll a Ziltech filament, compliments of Zachary 3D Prints.
Nice.
Here's my email in chat. Just shoot me an email. Let me know with your mailing address and what type of filament. Congratulations.
Yeah. Cool.
Very cool. Very nice of you.
Yeah, I saw my name passing by and I was like, I'm not going to win it. No, what are the odds? Oh, basically, I'm going to get the Creality and the 3v3 Plus. I won with their anniversary live stream or anniversary video contest, something like that. And also the Saturn, Elegoo Saturn 4-ish Ultra 8, the new one, resin printer. Pretty cool.
Nice.
And I'll pull up the banner later for Polymaker, but I'm going to put my banner back up.
Yep.
As you guys know, if you just popped in, you probably don't know unless you see it on the screen. I would like to buy a SV08 from Sobol. They sell for $600 unless they're on sale for $550, and review it on my channel and do videos on it. And Sobol has basically said, "Oh, we don't have any more machines. No, we're not going to send you one," or ignored my emails. I've contacted Comgrow and Sobol both. So it's not happening unless I come up with the funds, and I can't afford to buy it. So I'm looking for donations. Last week, Sergio sent me $50 at the end of my stream on PayPal, and I just got a donation here a little bit ago on PayPal. So if the community wanted to, see this reviewed on my channel and want me to buy it, I'm looking for donations via my PayPal. And when I get the money, once I review it, and whenever I have content, those people will be listed at the end of the video. I'm not going to list what you donated unless you want it that way, but I'll just list everybody that donated to help me buy it at the end of all the videos that I do on it. So anyway. And then later we'll give away a roll of Polymaker. It'll be a hashtag Polymaker in chat. I'll share that banner later. But that's what it will be, and it's active now. So if you want to type in hashtag Polymaker, you'll already be entered. So yeah, way back when I got the Prusa Mini, the community donated to me, and I was able to buy the Prusa Mini, which I built. And when I bought my X1 Carbon, I think the community donated around $500 of it, and then I sold a bunch of diode lasers that I had to pay the rest of the money, which was $1,700 when I got on that. So whenever I have difficulty, I always ask for help from my viewers. So, and I don't ask that often. So I know everybody's money's tight for everybody. Everybody has a lot of debt going on, but any donations would be highly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Tech Cheaper, what's going on? Cos Bricks, hello.
Hey.
Dreams Void, just looking for some names I haven't seen in here. We always have lots of people lurking, but as soon as you have a giveaway, then you'll see who they are. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Joe said if he wins a Polymaker, he's going to give it to non-fam.
Aww.
He's pretty lucky. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the man himself, Recreator 3D Josh. Josh, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How you been?
Hey.
Good.
Wow, look at all that cool stuff.
Trying a bunch of random stuff. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy.
I don't know. I don't know if that QR code is scannable because I don't see all of it. You might need to readjust the QR code.
Let's see. Well,
there you go.
Yeah, 808. that OBS is crazy. Crazy. It's nuts all the stuff you can do these days, right?
Yeah, we just gave away a roll of well, you're probably watching Ziltech filament, and Zachary won it and donated to Montana Maker here in the US.
It's good to share the abundance.
But it's fun to win, even though if you know you can't get it, just to see if you can win. I mean, it took me forever and forever, a few years, till I finally won something. And then what was it? I run a little tiny bottle of gloop on a live stream, and then people were in the chat saying he already won something, which I hadn't. That's the first thing I ever won in my life. And they're like, no, redraw, he already won. But anyway, that's the first thing I ever won.
Well, it's good. It's nice that you do that. Not everybody does, and that's how some of us learn about new brands and new products.
Montana Maker, thank you very much for the $9.99. Thank you, sir. You know, I've got a button for that. Let me find it real quick.
Awesome. Super chat.
I know, some
Thank
of
you, sir.
us maybe win more than others do, so it's good to share the abundance with other people. So
I do that. I just give my last printer away, my T300, to a person who he didn't have a printer anymore, and yeah, because his old Splitex A30 broke, and yeah, I give him the T300. He's happy with it. I told him not to break it because there are no parts for it. Yeah, I'm thinking about actually to sell my T500 right now because there are no parts available, and right now the printer is fully working. The only thing what's damaged is the build plate, but the build plate's anyway crap, and you should get rid of it and replace it with glass or your own choice of bed, magnetic bed or something. But it's normally 800. I'm probably going to sell it for like 550, 600 pounds.
So,
Nice.
is like your retail, someone was just telling me that, like retail value over there for, older stuff that you're going to be trying to get money for, is seen as like retail value. So where like maybe in the US, we might give something to somebody as a gift because we would probably be throwing it out. Like your area is more like, no, that's worth $300 for whether it's new or used, and I wouldn't even throw it out because it's got the value to it.
Thank you very much for the $25 I just received on PayPal. The person that gave it to me, can I say your first name out loud? I don't see your online name, but I see your real name. If I can use your first name, or just say it in chat, say who it was in chat. That way I won't have to give out your real name. But thank you very much for the $25.
Thank you.
Oh, or actually, I guess I can because it's going to be in the video. Andrew or Arnold, thank you very much, Arnold, for the $25. So when I get up all the money to buy and once I do content on it, your name will be at the end of all the videos that I do with the SVO8. Thank you very much.
Can you change that to Zachary, please?
Oh, it came from you?
Yeah.
Oh, is that your real name?
Yeah, but I hate that name. I don't want to use that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should have interrupted me. Said it was me. Don't say my real name.
I would be ashamed too when my name would be Dingleberry.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
It's a joke. I'm sorry.
Sorry, what did you say, Matt?
I said I would be embarrassed too if my name would be Dingleberry.
Yeah, I mean, within PayPal, I made it sure that everything was changed. That it's just my alias name. But yeah.
My brother's name. He was born with the name Johnny, but as an adult, he's always been John. But his driver license still says Johnny, so he has to sign Johnny on everything. And he doesn't like Johnny because he's not a little kid. He likes being called John.
No, I just came up with that thing. It just popped in my head. So
it's funny.
That's the first thing that came to my head. I put out,
Dingleberry.
It's funny how like some people are like, yeah, I'm Johnny and I'm a man, and then other people are like, Johnny's a kid name.
Yeah.
Perspectives, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Very cool. Viewpoint you see.
My father had a colleague with that name, and my mother did like that name, and therefore my name is that. And I'm like, that is the worst excuse for a name.
Welcome, Tripod. How you doing, buddy? How you been?
Hey,
How goes
Tripod,
things?
come join us,
That
please.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to. Matt could also edit it. I'm not going to edit it.
you guys got that Johnny Cash song. My name is Sue.
Yeah, Johnny Cash was a great singer.
Oh, I'm Jerry. By the way, I have that name. I have as blocked words just
Oh,
to just to avoid people are
so
calling
somebody
out my
can't.
name.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
I mean, I try to get people saying my chosen name. Let's say it like that. Yeah, it's going fine, but people knowing me by my normal name, it's a little bit harder.
All right. What do people call you over there day to day? They call you Zach?
The new people, let's say like that, they call me Zach or Zachary. Yeah,
What does your wife call you other than naughty words? Does she call you Zach?
Daddy and
You just said not naughty.
no, she calls me normally by my official name.
Okay.
I usually get called asshole.
SPC3D, hello, hello. How you doing today?
I can say that when I went to Formnext, it was the first official event that I went to, and I was like, but what if people are saying my name as Zachary or Zach or something like that? Would I respond to that? And you know who the first person was? Sam Prentice. He said, "Yo, Zach," and I was like, "Oh, cool."
And of
I did-
course, he wooed you when he said that, Zachary.
Zachary.
I can't do a Sam Prentice impression.
No, but
He
also,
whispered sweet nothings into your ear and grabbed your
Mm.
hip.
yeah, that's Sam Prentice. He's amazing. I think that sounds also wrong.
What are you working on? What are you working on, Zach? Or excuse me, Josh? What do you got going on there? What are you working on?
Shenanigans. Right now I'm spooling up some Pet 1 strip, so I'm stripping it down. I'm expanding all my bottles with heat and pressure. Pretty much getting all the different shapes and stuff in here. We gotta expand that bottle and get rid of all the lines. They can get cut irregular otherwise, so just kind of
Mhm.
like got a production stance. This is the first time that I've got OBS and the camera is all situated out in the garage. So
Mhm.
today was a test day over in Discord, trying to, and like anything else, Discord has noise cancellation, which I don't think we have right now, other than me killing my microphone. But if I ran my shredder or my grinder right now, y'all would probably throw me out just like this is going off. So pultrusion and extrusion and grinding and shredding and all that jazz is not for the faint of heart if you've got issues with loud noises. Loud noises.
Zach, if I would have been on not my email, which that's where I seen it come in from, if I would have been on PayPal, it has your picture there, so I would have realized who it was.
Ah. Okay,
Then I
cool.
wouldn't have made that comment.
I have also a question for Josh.
Shoot.
We are selling 1.5. We are selling those 1.5 liter Coca-Cola bottles.
Yep.
Do you know how much filament that you get from that? Because I pay 25 cents per bottle for, I don't know if you have this kind of system. You pay for it, and then if you return the empty bottle, you will get the 25 cents back.
Mhm.
How is it called that in the US?
Well, so this is where we can talk about, everything falling. Yeah, like, so you're doing 25 cents. I get a 5 cent redemption where, like over in California, they're getting 10 cents. So did we pay 5 cents towards that bottle? Not necessarily. Yeah, I think I paid probably more like 25 cents towards
Mhm.
that bottle. I think you're getting a better value for your material as far as people actually being legitimate to giving back proper finances. And so I tell everybody, we were talking to Kenny last week about it. You're probably paying good money for, again, the liquid, just as a bottle to be able to get that liquid. So making sure I'm not tethered to anything. Jerry brought up, drinking small water bottles as opposed to jugs, right?
Too thin.
So you're going to get about 6 grams out of that thin bottle, whereas this 5-liter jug, you're going to get more like 75 grams to 95 grams, depending on how you go about getting more out of the top and bottom.
Yeah, the more plastic you will get from it, the better
So
it is.
2-liter, you will get about 25 grams if you do it good. On your 1 liters, you get about 16 or so.
Mhm.
So I don't like to do anything under 1 liter because 16 grams is it's close to a 75% scaled benchy. So if you think about that, a benchy is about an hour to an hour and a half on an older printer. 30 minutes on a bamboo now? Um, you got to start looking, like, so for the newer bamboo models that can print fast, you're going to be getting the better bang out of the newer printers printing fast with this material. On the older machines, it's questionable if we should go to a 0.6 to get the speed, because we want to get more material use into our prints. So if you're going into a higher nozzle, you're going to be blasting through this material faster to get your faster speeds. So that's kind of where, again, like, oh my God, we had them on last week where, a lot of members are pretty much trying to get the best bang for their buck. Some places you can literally buy this for $1, and then most people just throw it away. So in that sense of saying that this is just a throwaway, if you have friends, family, or just neighbors where you can go and collect,
Yeah.
endless of these. So you only need 10 to get to 1K when you're talking about yielding 100 grams.
And if
So
you're been married as long as I have, you get no bang for your buck. Anyway, go ahead.
And so and where are you globally? Where are you regionally? And then, just here in the States, I can go to my next town over. It's a town, not a city. So the towns have less recycling options than a city. And then if you think, like, where is my city spider webbed? My city, the next city over, and over from that one actually work together with another city and their service. So our stuff in this region gets collected and then transported, but then that gets transported and transported. And like anything else, this bottle falls off here and that one falls off there. So is the waste actually going properly to the disposal places that it's supposed to?
I say we got somebody new in chat, Hendrick, electroprinting 3D prints. If you like to drop on camera here with everybody, we'd love to hear about your process. That'd be really cool.
So yeah, I'm just bagging up all my yields right now that I'm pulling over here. I'm on a system right now that's a little temperamental, so you guys heard it go and trigger its alarm system, and that's just because the oh my god,
Thermal
our yeah,
runaway.
I was gonna say our sensitive temperamental thermal runaway is
Yeah.
just kind of loosey goosey. So right now I've got this on. It's a little too loose than it should be, and so it just I'm being lazy while I work on things.
Now
But
I was calculating it very quickly. If we pay like 25 cents for our bottles to get those 25 cents back, that means like with the 1.5 liters of those bottles, that would mean like 20 grams of filament that I can get out of one bottle. That means 5 per 100 grams. So calculating it into the cost would be €12.50.
Yeah,
So
Hendrik, we're here every Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific, live on YouTube and Twitch. I've been doing this for a few years now. So if you have time in the future, you're always welcome to drop on and talk about your process. We'd love to hear about it. And hope you have a safe flight. Good, Zach.
so for me, I was like, I can build a recreator, for a fun project to also, get my own filaments. But yeah, for €12.50, I think for 1 kilograms of PETG
so
filament is not that expensive.
you're okay. I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and I like I felt like they were grilling me. It's like anything else when you're live and you're like, well, where's this conversation going? And like they were saying, well, um I don't want to waste the material to make your project when, I might not be making any material after that. And it's just like, well, that defeats the whole project. And got down to the nitty gritty of he's got 3 kids, 3 jobs, and a wife and a life. And for some people, pultrusion in that sense is to be avoided, because this is personal filament that we're taking our time and effort to work on. I cherish my time and effort, and that means I cherish this filament. So
Hey,
I don't
Steven.
want I don't want to see this filament hit any failures. I want it to come back out of my printer as a usable print. Um, or something I look at and cherish. Either way, it can't be a failure. It can't be a failure, because again, it's just going back into the cycle that we're trying to stop. So when it comes down to actually like making consideration of like, can I just go to the store and buy this for $20? Like, sure, you can just go ahead. But that's not what pultrusion's about. It's like a Swiss Army knife. At any given point, if you're out of, let's just say by chance you are actually out of filament, you could turn around and finish your soda
Yep.
pop and literally just load up your pultrusion unit and forget about it. Go on your
Yeah.
favorite live stream, go outside, smoke a couple cigarettes, go down to the, and again, you can just leave this and it does its thing. So
Yeah.
I really, we talk about the 90% ish and trying to not do a 100% infill. And I do that because I want my pultrusion unit to go fast. And so pultrusion, for a lot of people who want to have that solid infill, they lose out on fast. They have to go slow. They have to go hot. And it really takes the fun out of what pultrusion can be, because you're going to the extent of like trying to make it be perfect, but we're working with trash, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So I want people to hit the ground running and get pultruding fast and working with the material fast, because otherwise you get stuck in tinkering. And
I got a
trying-
question. Is
Yeah.
a sparkless water bottle too heavy? The plastic too thick and heavy?
Say again?
A sparkless water bottle, you know that style water bottle? Is that too thick and heavy?
Yeah, like kind of like this style, right?
No, the 5-gallon water bottles, the sparkless
Oh,
kind.
yeah. So that that's where I'm like, people who are doing those are like a special breed of people who are beyond my antics, because that's where you're gonna have to make a custom cap. You know, like I got all these different kind of caps right now that I can put different just oh my god, I'm gonna call them nipples, valve
Okay.
stems. And so yeah, I've got some community members now that are making custom valve stems that they can put on those. But now we want to not just expand those with air, we need to find a heat source, and we want to keep spinning it and turning it so that it's
Yeah.
consistent and expanding one
Okay.
direction. So it's doable, but I haven't seen anybody do it. And then at the end of the day, we have this like box cutter, and I haven't used it yet, but a couple members have. And so like this is more of an industrial grade cutter, where if you did manage to expand that to the point where you can cut it, that's going to be thick, like thick, to the point where it's probably already almost 1.75. So you're probably going to be cutting a 1.75-ish strip. And you might not even at that point need to convert it with a pultruder. It might just be stripped and ready to go, depending on the thickness. So we've had some members actually get Pet One farm tie, industrial grade, more or less pultruded Pet One, but it's at 2 millimeters. So it's literally just enough to literally choke your throat if you just tried to use it. And it is not for the faint of heart to try to reduce it to 1.75 like Stefan just showed us that we could do with like the 3 millimeter into the 1.75. At least with PLA and normal PETG, it's possible. We're getting into the 260 ranges where we need to hit a molten state in order. Pet One's got no stretch. It's got maybe a 0.1 stretch to it. And then if you do get it to a stretch, it wants to just break.
Okay. You guys seen a video the other day, I think I shared it on Facebook, where somebody was taking zip ties and they were shoving them into their hot glue gun so they could mend stuff with zip ties.
Yeah, that was fun.
In there. And that it seems to me that'd be really strong, because zip ties are usually a very strong plastic until they get brittle and they dry out and snap. But
well, like zip tie is going to be more probably like an ABS, you know, more like in like an HDPE probably. So yeah, I mean, it's fun to think that we can just take what we're, you know, this is nothing more than just experimenting. And if you start to smell caustic stuff, stop.
No, just continue, just for the smell.
Deep breath. Take deep breath.
So this is like I got into the conversation with the guy I'm getting all the weight from. I started shredding this stuff up, and I can smell cheapness. I don't know if anybody else uses really cheap filament compared to expensive filament, where you're like, this smells bad.
ladies and gentlemen, we got a new person popping in. Hendrick electroplating 3D prints. Hello. How you doing today? Can you hear us?
Oh, are you the one that did the benchies?
Yeah. Not only
I
the benchies.
love you.
Okay.
I love that.
You guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
I
we can
was
hear you.
so jealous.
Yeah, I have some leftover. Oh, I hear myself an echo. Neko.
You're on YouTube or Twitch. Mute your audio on YouTube or Twitch.
Ah, yeah.
Just have the audio on StreamYard. That's
Yeah,
what's
I got that. Sorry,
All right.
I don't want to interrupt you guys.
You're not interrupting. You're
Interrupt.
welcome.
I want to
mean,
know about your
German?
process.
my
you
flight
German?
is going tomorrow at I think 10:30, so I have some time left, I guess.
Are you
Awesome.
German?
I am. Right.
Oh ja, hallo, wie geht's?
Ja, hallo,
Ich bin
moin.
auch Deutscher. Ich kann auch Deutsch.
Ah, wir können
You're
all
German.
German sprechen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zachary
but-
can speak German as
But
well,
I think
right?
we're going to lose the audience very quickly.
Oh yeah.
My last
Aber-
name is
Aber wieso?
Knapp. I'm German, but I don't speak German.
Oh, okay.
I know like 2 words, but anyway.
Danke sehr.
Very nice to meet you.
Guten Abend.
So Josh, were you at the Sanjay Mortimer Rapper Festival?
Yeah.
Did we met there?
I was not there. Doug Dreams Void, who has come into our stream now and again, he was there as an ambassador.
Speaking of Doug, maybe this is him right here. Hey, Doug.
That's Doug.
I have no
Yeah.
idea if I can hear right now. Give me a second.
That is
Yeah,
it.
we
I think-
can hear you.
We can hear you, but you're really dark. You need to turn your light on or something.
No, he's on the dark side.
Okay.
So
joined
Doug
without
was
checking my
there
own.
representing us. He snagged one of your benchies as a souvenir, which I thought was an amazing takeaway.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
mean,
can
I got a souvenir from him too, I guess. Was this from you? Yeah, right?
That's the print-a-block. Yep,
Yeah, I got
Yes.
that.
that's
yeah.
from Doug.
It's like a fidget. It's on my desk. I'm playing with that every day. That's a coincidence. That's really funny. I think this is made from a recycled filament as well, right?
Mm-mm.
No,
It's not?
No.
maybe. I think Doug would be the one to ask if that's the case, but I don't think so.
Okay, I'm
That one
mixing
is
up
not.
everything. Sorry.
Doug, can you hear us?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
All right. You're really dark. I don't know.
I
You're in the
know. I
dark.
don't know what's going on with my lighting.
Huh.
I've been fidgeting for like the last 20 minutes trying to get it to be nice, but I don't know what's going on.
Do you have also a second screen?
Do I have a second screen? I do have a Santio Superbook that was rebranded as the PiBook Pro that uses stupid display link instead of just USB-C. Yeah, horribleness.
Yeah, sometimes I'm using a second screen to get a second light. Something like that.
No, my lighting is just going to be off today. Sorry. No, those Printer-Block Gigantoblock remix were not printed out of pultruded PET because
Sorry.
I didn't have enough on hand.
Greetings, Rucker. Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, so that's like kind of the thing with Pet One and doing demos, at least for the rep wraps. I've had to personally ask some of our members to, I bought some models off of people, and some other ones who do this all day were just gracious enough to get me some models printed. So it really helps out. I can't imagine the electroplating was a easy process for giveaways.
Not at all.
I tip my hat off to knowing how much it can take to prep for those. So
And the little labels with the 3D printed QR codes on them.
those aren't those weren't like one-offs in the process, were they? Or were you able to
No.
do like 10 or 20 at a time?
Yeah, I did some batch electroplating with I think 30 of them in one batch, in one lot.
I love how you say that. In batch electroplating.
Yeah, it is. It's actually batch electroplating, but I made for the Rocky Mountain Rapper Festival. I made a second batch, and these didn't came out that good. And I was running out of time, so I couldn't produce any golden banshees. These were all copper and nickel, I guess. Yeah.
Do you
So
have any there you can
how long
show?
does it take?
4 hours for 30 or for a single one. It's the same. Yeah, 4 hours. But cleaning, preparation, and putting nickel on it. Yeah, and snipping these things off and gluing them on these little.
So it's not just 4 hours
pins.
then.
No, it's not.
That's just the
plating. Just the
yeah.
plating. Yeah, 4 hours is just the plating. But
The
it
plating
is
would make the item stronger, right?
stiffer, not stronger.
Stiffer, yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
stiffer. They make them stiffer.
If you have a YouTube channel or any links you want me to share, put them in private chat and I'll post them.
Yeah, it's I can, but I can't do 2 things at a time.
So it makes it not stronger but stiffer. So is it just more of an aesthetic, a visual aesthetic?
No, it's the visual aesthetic, yes, but it's also the feeling that you get from these electroplated prints. It's pretty. It's cold. It feels like metal, and it gains weight. Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's fun. Like, so do you think it would be like a beneficial process for cosplayers who are maybe
Absolutely
making swords and stuff?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Like armor and
yeah, like I have something here. It's in the background. Let me take that. It has fallen apart because I taped the parts, but maybe I can prepare it right now. Wait.
All right.
Jerry knows all about repairing stuff, right?
Yeah, I still don't have my alien put back together, but anyway.
With the alien decided to take a break.
Yeah.
My 7-foot xenomorph alien about a month ago, it snapped in the middle. It was glued together, but not glued well enough.
Ooh.
It sat behind me for about 3 months, and then the upper half just snapped. It didn't hit my dog, but almost hit my dog, and I got a lot of pieces. But anyway.
So it tried to attack.
Iron Man, cool.
It's like this. I make stuff like this.
Nice.
Thank you, Non-Pam.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it has light, but it's the wire came off.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got 3D Drucker coming in. Hello, hello. How are you doing today?
Oh, sorry, I have the Twitch audio on. Hold on.
No worries.
Yeah.
I hear an echo.
Yeah, the Twitch audio is on. Hi guys, long time no see.
How you doing?
For the guys who knows me.
Yeah, I know you. We've been talking before, so.
Yeah, I know. So, well, yeah, it was a long time away because some new toys, as you see there. Some people that were in America on the Rep Festival will know it, but this is the IDEX version of it.
Very nice.
Yeah. And that one, also a new one from Rhetoric, Chunk.
Do you have the Delta that was a April Fool's joke? The Rat Rig April Fool's joke? Delta?
I see, by the way, one thing. So. But Delta from April Fool's? Nope. I didn't see that one.
That was Voron who did the
Was it
Delta.
Voron? Yeah, I'm mistaken.
Ah, yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, that I saw.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, but these two are not April Fool's jokes. These are real ones. But the IDEX is not shipping yet because we are still working on it, on a few things. And but the VCore 4 is now shipping. At least now the first orders are being prepared for going out.
Nice.
And the Chunk is a build-your-own kit, like the Rook. Yeah, it's a variant of the Rook mostly.
Hendrik, how long have you been electroplating 3D print?
I have no idea. 4 years.
Okay.
5 years. 5 years.
Okay.
It started off as like a do better props thing, and then escalated a bit. I haven't planned to do that. Wait.
It was not on my list
No,
of
it
things to do.
lately I'm doing printer modifications like this.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, nice. That looks awesome.
That's
That's
crazy.
beautiful.
You have to send me one over.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe.
if I send you some stuff, would you electroplate it for me?
No, I don't. I don't do commission and don't do individual consulting. I just do that for fun.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, I
Stay
turned on
that way.
everything.
Stay that way.
Yeah.
Another question now. Would you teach me?
Yeah, I'm doing. That's why I'm creating tutorials where I spill all the beans and all that jazz. Yeah.
Good.
To
Very
get it
nice.
to
You
a
have
wider
we're
audience.
friends on Facebook, aren't we?
Huh?
We're friends on Facebook, aren't we? So many
Hendrik,
people
did you ever
on
try?
my Facebook, so like 1,000 people on mine, and I'm like, I don't know more about it, you know. Who's who now?
Yeah.
And especially
Gotcha.
when
Feel ya.
the YouTube name is different from the Facebook name.
Yeah.
I'm like, who I'm talking to just to talk to the wrong
Matt,
person.
I have an index of people like when I go to the rep wraps where I'm just like, what's your screen name on
Yes.
each platform and what's your name in real life? And
Yeah.
that goes with me. I feel you.
Yeah. I feel
Doug or
Hendrik, did you
Jerome,
ever
if
try
you
to?
have any links you like to share, put them in a private chat, and I'll post them. Or
So with the electroplating and time and effort, you know, that sounds like a very, I wouldn't want to be necessarily giving that away for free, and that's not something that you would give away for free. I'm assuming if you were to charge for that, it would be a good chunk of money, right?
think so. I don't care. I don't care.
Sure. No, I'm just saying in general, like if somebody else was to, you know, again, like you just said, I don't care because that's a process of love, and
Yes.
you're over here doing your thing, and you already said no one is getting my services because it's what I love.
Yeah.
And the second you start to give that as a process and a service, you're not going to love it anymore.
Correct.
And so again, like at the end of the day, again, it does sound like it's a process. So like that bamboo head that you just showed us,
Yeah.
that now again, like I don't know anything about it. I'd love to know more. So you said that the process takes about 4 hours to just like do its thing electrically and chemically. What's all the prep and everything else that goes into it besides just like a 4-hour print?
Yeah, 20 hours.
ladies and gentlemen, John from Tripod's Garage.
Woo!
Hey, John,
Yay!
how you doing?
What's going on, peeps?
Long time no see.
Yeah, you know.
You've been
Figured
remodeling
out.
your kitchen,
Huh?
Been remodeling your kitchen.
Oh no, it was the laundry room. It's still a mess. The whole house is a mess. So,
Yeah. Know the feeling.
yeah. So figured out. Hop in here since I'm working on a laser. So it's about the only information I can give you.
Nice.
Want to show it again? Cool.
It's the teaser.
Twitter laser.
I know that X from somewhere.
Oh, I have a sneak peek video out, but still not allowed to show what I'm working on. So
Is P up?
those, those NDA things.
Kind of looks like a keyboard piece, sort of.
Oh, yeah.
For the X.
What's that?
For the X or for the X.
Yep.
Hendrik,
I'm
question
trying
for
to
you.
be dragged into the house, kicking and screaming to start working on the laundry room again. So as soon as someone gets wind of me chatting out here, so I'm gonna come right through that door right there.
is going on with my lighting?
Hendrik, question to you. Multi-material,
So who's
like
up to Murph?
multicolor oriented, like gold and silver on one
Yeah.
object. Possible?
Yeah. Yes, by masking. Just mask them off, and then brush electroplate, just a tiny coat of gold or nickel or rhodium, platinum, whatever you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Today I took some pieces in the oven to create an alloy out from zinc and copper, and it worked. It created brass. That was cool.
Yeah.
So I can save some money on the gold electrolyte. That was pretty fun. Yeah, but to the I don't sell stuff. I give away almost all of my platings and my props to friends and people, random people. So
Some
if
random people.
yeah, not that. Yeah, if I encounter, if I encounter something special, I'm super interested in doing that, and then I give it away.
Oh, I have something special coming up, but I don't know if you're gonna do it or not. So we have to talk this in a couple of weeks' time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody in your area has a full Iron Man suit, electroplate stuff in there. How you get that? Oh,
No,
somebody gave it to me because
Just
he
no
wants to
Tony
know it.
Stark. It's okay.
Yeah.
Polymaker giveaway. Polymaker giveaway. We've got 18 people entered. If you want a chance of winning one roll of Polymaker anywhere in the world they ship to, do hashtag Polymaker in chat, and we're going to do the drawing here in just a second. Get rid of the banner.
Oh, light.
We put my other banner back up, and let me share my screen.
Doug found a light.
Turn it off and on again. I hate that.
All
that
coming
is the
together
answer.
now. Oh, there's on camera.
Yeah, hashtag Polymaker in chat if you guys want a chance to win. They got awesome filament.
Polymaker.
And they ship just about everywhere. But we're going to draw for one winner. We got 22 people entered. So what'll happen? We'll draw a winner. We'll say congratulations, and we got a raid coming in. Digital Dragon is raiding with 15 people. Thank you for the raid that came in at the wrong second. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the raid. I hope you had a great stream. We're in the middle of doing a Polymaker giveaway. Hashtag Polymaker in chat to win a roll of filament. I'll send you I'll put my email. Stop it, dog. I'll put my email in chat. Once we draw a winner, please just send me an email during the stream, and later on tonight I'll send you a link for Polymaker that you fill out, and they'll send you a code for your free filament and a code for free shipping. But here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate it on Twitch. Montana Maker.
What are the odds?
Zach won earlier and gave his Ziltex to Montana Maker, and then Montana Maker wins Polymaker. Montana Maker, are you in chat? You just want to roll a filament.
Again.
So if you want it, congrats, and if you don't, I can redraw. That's completely up to you. Let's see what he says. Either say thank you or redraw.
He says
lucky day. Okay, cool. There we go. Congratulations.
Then he actually needs it.
That was funny. It happened. There's no way to rig it. It's all a StreamYard thing.
It happened also with me. Three weeks in a row for Polymaker.
Yeah, and he already emailed me, so you don't need to email me again. I'll send you the link later. You'll take it. Cool, thank you. That was funny. Well, that was my 2 giveaways for the day. Anything you guys want to talk about? Just fire away.
I'm already firing away.
Don't go all at once, please.
What?
Don't
Doug's
go all
been
at
really
once,
quiet.
please.
Here, let's focus on Doug for a minute. Hey, Doug, what's going on, man?
Not a lot of anything interesting. I'm still stalling on trying to bring myself to work on the Printlock printer again. It's that. just wanting to work on it, go sit down to work on it, and then procrastinate on doing anything else except trying to fix it.
Take the printer and all the parts, put it on your kitchen table. Are you married?
Yes, and that's not going to work.
Oh, your wife has to take it
Well,
off the
afterward,
table.
not anymore.
There was a brief stint where I did have a printer on the kitchen table. Yeah, I'm not saying anymore.
Hey, Doug, I need to say that when I started with YouTube, I had 2 or 3 3D printers standing in the kitchen. So that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I survived.
The K7, the Easy 3 K7 fit quite nicely underneath.
This is K9.
I'm just giving you some bad advice, dude. Don't listen to me.
Fair enough. Yeah, you could put it. There was enough space, on one of the chairs to the underside of the table to fit the K7 underneath, and that lived there for about 4 months until we needed to move it for Christmas. So the K7 got kicked out of the kitchen for Christmas. It was very sad. Yeah,
One of the smaller printers are being kicked.
Exactly. But no, I'm procrastinating on the printer, and I just need to sit down and do it, but I can't. Which then goes to the question of with the rat rigs, with the rods for Z screws, and how are they attached to the bed? Because maybe that will fix my problem. I don't know.
On the red rigs, they use kind of old-time couplers, so to prevent any wobble.
Yeah.
I don't have it laying around. No.
Hey, John, check out a program called Suno, Suno.com. I don't know if you've already seen it, but I've made some music videos with it. You kind of
yeah, I use it, and I have a YouTube video that I just haven't published that I made on it.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. It's the reason why I didn't do anything yet with it is because I'm waiting for the lyrics or the vocals to get better.
Yeah.
So it's kind of I've done literally like 6 of them, but the first time I did use the vocal with music from them was during the artillery video I did.
Okay.
For the background music. So
yeah, I typed in pop rock, hard rock, different things for the first word, comma, 3D HP, 3D printing, comma, resin printing, comma, CNC. That's kind of how I was doing it.
So is that like generate just a music video or like music in general?
Music, instrumental, and lyrics if you want to do lyrics too. But it needs some maturity first before I'm waiting to do another video.
Here's
sound a little bit better.
Here's an example right here. Anyway.
Let's see if I could find the one that I did real quick.
My wife said, "Oh, they're talking about the Vegas Knights, not saying nothing about the Raiders." I didn't even know it was going to say anything about what it said, so just tinkering with it.
I hate that it's catchy.
80s power ballad.
Oh yeah, I love the 80s with the ballads.
Then Halty and Lasers, I did one for them, and for the thumbnail in it, I showed all my fiber laser pics, my thumbnails that I had while it was playing. Somebody's got either YouTube or Twitch on because I hear myself talking.
I mute myself.
Let me see.
Jerry, where are you in Vegas located?
What's that?
Where are you located in Vegas? I will be in 3 weeks in Vegas.
I'm up on Sunrise Mountain, Hollywood and Lake Mead, near Nellis Air
doesn't
Force
say-
Base, northeast corner of the valley.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the strip, so because there's a big trade show going on there.
Okay. Yeah, Strip's probably 35 minutes away from where I live.
Okay.
Vegas is in a great big soup bowl, basically, mountains all the way around it.
Okay, nice.
Are you going to be renting a car when you come to Vegas?
No, probably not, because we are our hotel. We are in Treasure Island, and yeah, it's close to the exhibition center. So
Yeah, they're talking about tearing down the Mirage and building that giant guitar. The Mirage and the Volcano have been there forever.
oh my god, yeah, that's for our
next door
business.
to Treasure Island.
I remember
Good
the
for
one
work.
boy.
It's good for the regular business that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Las Vegas changed quite a bit in the past 20 years since I've been there. So,
Yeah, I worked construction for 25 years on the Strip, and I was a delivery driver for 10 years delivering produce on the Strip and other parts of town. And now I'm retired, and I just do what I do here now. Have too many hobbies.
I have a question.
yeah.
Sure.
Have any of you guys ever printed with PEBA?
No.
Okay,
No, I have PEVA.
P-bar, PBA-S. It's a thermoplastic thing.
Anybody in chat be printed with it?
It's a bit pricey, but it seems to be the perfect material for the Alice basketballs. And I ordered a kilogram for around 120 euros, I guess. I have one try.
Expensive benchy.
Yeah.
And then would that get electroplated?
Yeah, one time. Knock.
And plate it
It's
with pure
unpredictable.
gold. Make it even more valuable.
Yeah, with pure gold, right?
Matt, wasn't Andrew in the back room a minute ago and I forgot to pull him in?
I didn't see anything.
While
I
I
was
was doing the
looking at a
giveaway?
different screen.
Oh, okay,
I
I thought Andrew was in the back room when I was doing the giveaway and I forgot to bring him in. If Andrew, I'm sorry about that. If you want to pop back in, I'll bring you in. We can have up to 10 people at a time on screen.
So how long until Bamboo Labs makes a resin printer?
6 months probably, I think.
Why 6 months?
I know. Testing.
First, have to change the power supplies. Lol.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
They're gonna do a mini, right? This big. Or they're gonna make one that big.
Everybody copies everybody. Wherever there's a buck to be made, somebody else will copy it and do it.
But then the question comes: if Bamboo Labs is going resin printing, which company are they going to copy?
Who else? Prusa.
No.
Would it be also Prusa machine then?
Well, I'm saying Prusa because they've got the tilting bed. That's the only. I know nothing about resin printing.
Yeah, Elegoo has a tilting bed they just came out with. That's just to help it release for every layer.
Yeah.
It does not straight up suction. It's at a tilt. That's just one more thing to break down and go wrong with the machine, in my opinion. I've resin printed 200 or 300 models.
Do
It
you
might
feel
be a larger
Bamboo's
company
going
that they
resin?
copy. But there might be
What's
a
that?
larger company that they copy. Payopoly. Yeah, they're getting name.
Yeah.
Is there rumors that bamboo is going resin?
I don't know. Somebody just said it.
No, I'm not aware of any. It was just like it took them how long from the Core XY to having a bed slinger? I don't know the time frame. Just
like
a thought.
2 months.
John, did you have that resin printer recently? I think Elegant came out with it. That has a tilting bed on it. Did you just review that? Okay.
Yeah, I did that. That was last month. I think I did that video. It's a nice resin printer. I mean, not totally into resin. It's again the workflow and stuff. It's just not very compatible with people with one leg. So, but
Yeah, it's a very good machine.
yeah, but the print quality is amazing.
Yeah.
I only had one failure on it.
I think if they do go, they're gonna have to. I don't
You have
know.
to
I
bring
think
something to the market nobody else then.
I think resin's too complicated for bamboo right now. Not complicated, but there's just so much that you have to do with resin that I don't see them marketing that to their customers, their out of box customers. And I'm not saying, and that's the thing is there's not just out of box customers. So yes, there are people who would like probably a bamboo resin printer, especially to make it easy, which I think most companies now have pretty easy resin printers to my understanding, right? They've gotten bigger and better, and
I'm not completely done with it. It's kind of like how I do things. I get it to a certain point with things and I move on to something else. There's Ripley and a power loader. This is from Wicked 3D, and this is all resin printed, including the base. So,
I
cool.
think bamboo has really shown that they care about the color aspect of printing, and they've killed it there. I don't resin print. I don't like the post. I don't like the pre and everything in between. Like, it's just a messy mess. I started resin printing out my garage, and then the second winter came in. I moved it inside, and I said, I don't like this inside. I'm trying to keep this area clean from dirt and everything else, and resin is just not it's just not a clean thing.
That's a funny question. I have no idea. I'd have to go back to when I done a video on it. I might have mentioned it in the video. But every time I print something, I always do videos on it.
I mean, so that's a good chunk of resin too, though, right, Jerry? That's probably at least $100 worth of resin, right?
Oh, probably at least $400 or $500 worth of resin. Well, maybe $300 or $400.
Crap.
Most resin, I use Sunlu resin typically.
you just like put me up there too, where like I'm lowballing that. You're like, no, it's up here, and so for average people,
a big bottle of resin is anywhere from $20 to $30, depending on the brand. You always want to hollow your prints whenever you can, unless it's real small like a mini. You do it solid, but you always want to hollow out your resin prints, and you got to put drain holes in, flush everything out with IPA, and when you can, cure them inside and outside. There's, resin's great. I've got so many resin prints I've done. I'm trying to kind of stay away from it as much as possible and get more into fiber lasers and CNC stuff, and move on. And then I want to get
You just showed like the big aspect of resin printing quality. Do you like what's the average person doing resin printing these days, like actually printing? Are they printing statues like that for customers that need that high value, high quality that they're not going to get out of an FDM, or are they doing more like D&D little trinkets? And
it's hard to say. The only thing on that was done on one part was the base. It was the square base I've done at an angle on one part on my Peel Poly Forge. Then everything else was done on the Uniformation GK2 and multiple parts and then glued together.
Because I'm sorry, but FDM has caught up to resin quality, in my opinion, and I wasn't sold on a bamboo until I went and saw the farm that I'm getting all this waste from, and we started talking about just quality and expense and output and what's standard these days for quality, and everybody's always
Real
like,
fine,
oh, I'll paint that, but
real
half
fine
of
detail you can't do in FDM. Really fine detail you can get it okay, but then if you want it to be perfect, then you got to putty it, sand it, like you're talking about, and then clean it up. But resin printing, it's like 99% perfect from the get go.
Yeah.
sure. And
So
so now, like, how big is the latest, like, big resin printer? It's decent size, right?
I don't have anything bigger than the Forge, but there's other printers that are larger. But I
Like
know Uncle
Uncle
Jesse's
Jesse, he's got
started with a lot of the LG stuff. I'm not sure
yeah.
what Matt has. Matt Farmer.
But you're talking a good, like, probably
Maybe,
1 foot by 1 foot by 2 feet, right?
but not quite that big. That's really pushing it. Unless you're talking about a commercial machine in China that none of us would own unless we're multimillionaires and we just throw money at things because we can.
So that
So
statue you just said, that more or less cost you like $500, and so would you be able to sell that for 1,000, or even, like, because at that point I'm sure you put some hours into that, right?
I'm trying to think if I bought all the resin for that or I got it donated. Whenever I do a big project, I try to get a company to donate the resin, and then I promote them in the video for it. But when I do buy resin, I buy Sunlu typically. I used to buy Elegoo quite a bit, and I forget the other brand name. I've tried
You
so
know,
many
but
different
for an
companies.
average person that isn't a YouTuber or trying to get, like, stuff donated to them, like, we got to be a little insane to be doing this as a hobby, huh? If we're dropping like upwards to $500 and then our
I've sold
time
it.
and effort,
I've sold a few small statues on my Etsy store of Doctor Doom sitting on a throne, and in resin I probably had about $50 in it plus my time in painting and everything. Then I sell them for $300. I've sold 3 of them in the last 3 years, and I got one sitting on there now. So some things you can market quite a bit, some things you can't. It just
What?
depends on what it is.
$300.
Yeah.
I have this nice helmet here. I like to sell.
Oh, somebody's seeing money.
well, so again, like, people undervalue themselves too, and so
Well, yeah. If you don't charge enough money, people will not even touch you. Charge what you're worth. It's better to charge too much, and more people would be interested. Don't shoot yourself in the foot and think,
it's
well,
like you
no one's gonna
undervalue
buy this.
yourself, and
I
like
want
all of a
50
sudden,
bucks. So,
like, people want high value, and they will pay for high value stuff if they see high value. And then anybody who's not seeing that high value point, like, they're not going to be your customer at the end. They weren't going to be your customer to begin with, and they're not going to be your customer at all.
that hot end cover that you just showed me, how much money do you have tied up in it? You think in materials?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much it costs you to make that?
Sorry. For that helmet, right?
No, for the hot end cover. Let's start small.
Yeah.
I didn't get the question. Sorry.
The hot end, the
hot end. The hot end. Okay. Yeah.
For the printer, the cover.
Sorry, Oxford English only, please. Yes. The hot end. I think the hot end itself took it from the printer, but the material. I have my electrolyte plating bath, 5 liters. I once paid $100 for that, and I maintain it and I regenerate it from copper plates. So it's the time I spent doing this. I mean, it's 4 hours in the bath, and it took me 12 hours to pre and post processing, and then who wants to pay for that? Who wants to pay 15 hours of work? Doesn't make sense.
How much does a part cost on bamboo? Like $25?
Yeah, around that.
So if you bought them on bamboo and you've done your process and you resold it for $100 plus shipping, would that be a good profit to you for $100?
No. It's my time. No, it's my time.
Oh, I understand. I'm just asking, how much
What-
is
so-
your time worth? How much would it be? Would it have to be $125? Would that be better or no?
I honestly
It'd be
never,
like 250, right?
I never thought about that. Honestly, really.
Yeah, well,
How many
so
can you
this
fit
is,
into the bath?
you
Well,
know,
my point is-
it's a good question. If your
It's like
if your
with
time
Iron
is
Man
$10 an hour or $60 an hour, like I go to
Yeah.
a shop downtown right now, they won't talk to me for $60 or less. Like Rob Mink, who comes over here recently, frequents, you know, I'm not going to talk for him, but when you get to a price point where people value your time because you value your time, and if you're going to undersell you, everybody else is going to undervalue you, and they're going to treat you like that.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
So I mean,
makes
for
sense.
me, like I'd give you $250 for that right now, just because it looks fancy, and I guarantee you, other people would go, "That is a fancy head, and I want that," and they would drop good money on it.
And then also put it in a fancy box, like it is almost real gold.
They might just display it. That I don't. I put that in my bamboo, and I just look at it every day.
Yeah, figure out what you think it might be worth and ask it and see what happens.
Yeah, maybe.
List it somewhere. List it too high. And if you sell them and it's worth your time to make another one to make the same amount of money, then you know you priced it right.
But
It's
that's
like,
how I
oh,
feel
man,
about
it
my
took
pet
so
one.
long.
So
Yeah.
like the pet one right now, if you go on Amazon, you can buy $2K worth of pet one that's industrial quality, wherever it's been produced, for $60. For me, I would sell 1K of my own for $60. Modestly, I would rather $80, because a lot of my personal time and effort goes into making this film, and even though it's trash or undervalued as far as how people see it, but it's one of the most industrial strength quality prints that you can get to work with. So I don't see anybody else electroplating things, and in my eyes, that's an art form. Oh my God, what's the word for turning things into gold or chemicals into gold?
Broker. Oh no.
Ignitus.
An artist.
Well,
Right?
people in America used to have things electroplated on their cars, as we
The
all
Alchemist,
know, bumpers
Alchemy.
and cows.
Alchemist.
But then the FAA stepped
You're
in
an
and shut down
alchemist.
most of the companies. Now it's a different type of process. So
So you can like literally, I don't know. I don't know if you're working alchemy magic, but I'd be pitching that as just a slogan right there. Like, check out.
you taking off, Doug? Okay.
I'm more like crazy professor, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's people like that. I think that's a good sell point.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is, I think 15 grams in weight. So I don't even think if this is.
It's not going to win
printing
any
well.
races.
Acceleration is a bit complicated. I recalibrated it on that machine, and it looks okay. It looks good, but I have a bad feeling about that.
So, I don't want to put you on the spot because we don't like to do that. I guess.
I don't want to put you on the spot either, but I don't think you look like a crazy scientist. You don't have the hair.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer in case you want to make that into a product. But again, like, you haven't really answered what you think it's worth. Like, it'd be fun to get a number out of you if you feel comfortable with it. Just so again, like, don't undervalue something where other people are like, ooh.
Yeah.
If people are gonna toss money at you, take it.
Yeah, I actually have no problem guessing it. It's just like I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I see this thing and think it's not good. So
that's an artist, man. You're an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist, right? But I cannot estimate that. I think $200.
Not even.
Maybe.
Not even.
I have no idea.
$200.
That's lowball. That's lowball.
200 with shipping, hypothetically, and then you could would it be worth your time to make another one because you just made $200? If
Yeah.
you're like, well, it ain't really worth my time, well, then you're not charging enough.
No.
So maybe it needs to be $250.
So like that's
plus
again
50.
like you got to get some diamond etching and incrustations on there, and then go, you know, I pull
Just
weird
some
words
urchins
out
on
of my
there.
mouth that don't make sense. But you guys get what I'm saying. Like,
Mhm.
you got to go find a rap star after that, and someone will scoop that right up.
Yeah, if
Won't
you
matter what
undervalue
price you
yourself,
put
then
on it.
people won't buy. So you always want to ask too much. You never know. Might be right where you need to be asking. Years ago, I had a lawn maintenance company when I was a lot younger, and I was doing work at this one guy's house. I gave him a quote to clean up the backyard, the front yard, trim all the bushes and trees. Me and 2 other people, and I told him it'd take me a day to do it, and I threw him a price. He says, "How in the hell do you expect to make any money if that's all you're going to charge me?" I said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll take as long as it takes. We'll make everything perfect. You pay me what you want to pay me." Well, he paid me like 3 times more than what I was asking. And he says, "Oh, if that's not enough, let me know." I said, "No, I figured you're going to give me this amount or this amount." And by saying that, then he goes, "Just a minute." He ran back to the bedroom and got me a couple more $100 because of the way I answered the question. But don't undervalue yourself or you won't get any business. Always charge. It's better to charge too much and too little and make more profit, and then you'll get more people wanting your product. So anyway,
I
I'm not
feel
sure
you
if
though. I feel as an artist, it's hard. Like, and again, you're over here, and I'm sure everybody else, and that's the question too. Is like, are we all a little mad because we're doing, you know, crazy things with our time and efforts that make us happy, and it's hard to put a price tag on happiness when we're actually enjoying ourselves, because otherwise it's work, and then you might not be doing electroplating because now you're over here like, why am I talking about money? I just want to talk about electroplating.
And my boss pays me like 20 hours, €20 per hour.
No. I pay $3 an hour.
Start electroplating. You can burn $250.
€20 an hour. I get a handful of gravel.
Guys, sorry to interrupt, but I gotta go because I have a flight tomorrow to catch. So for me, it's
Safe
in
flights.
6 hours wake up call already.
Oh wow! Well, thank you very much for stopping on. Have a safe flight, and you're always welcome. We're here every week.
Yeah. We'll try to be more here. So, and
thank you for coming.
we'll see.
Safe travels.
Safe travels.
you.
Have a great day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
So I heard.
Actually,
with
me
go ahead.
too. Yeah,
You
me
gotta
too.
go.
No, ask a question. But just mentioning, I have a flight tomorrow too.
Yeah.
And I haven't packed yet.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So real quick, and I'm sure it's a quick reply. I'm just curious because you mentioned how like you can revitalize the material. So like, is it an infinity type of revitalization, or do you have to put money back into it eventually?
No, it's almost. I have to put money into the gold electrolytes lights because these don't regenerate, and but the copper and nickel I regenerate from the anodes I put in the sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid, it dissolves the copper and the nickel, and it regenerates the bath, and I have to filter it, and that's all. Yeah, that's all.
Well, I hope you come back to the stream because
Because
I want to
think-
talk more about it.
I think I pay with my health.
I know where he lives. He lives in Germany.
Yeah. Come to
I
Germany.
feel you on the health aspect. So
Well, thank you very much, Hendrik. You have an awesome trip. Happy travels. We're always here every Saturday. Whenever you're always welcome. Whenever you want to come back.
Absolutely.
You will.
Have a great day, my friend.
You
Bye-bye.
too, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah.
More people catching plane?
Ta-da! So how you been? You getting burnt out on videos or flow going, or how are things? Hey Hey, doggy.
No, unfortunately, they've just been taking longer because I've been getting pre-releases and there's no documentation. So, and then when there is, you wait for it, and you're testing it, and I've been more or less part of a lot of beta testing, and it's slowed down my video content a lot. So by the time I get ready to start another video, that one comes back, or oh, try this, it starts working, and yeah. So that's it kind of sucks, but it is what it is at the same time. So, but I want to get to other video content besides printers and lasers and stuff. I mean, there always be an interest for me, but I have a lot more interests. That's like what I said. I build my YouTube channel around that type of stuff, so I could have whatever I want on there. Just run naked if you need. No one would watch, but it could happen. Never know.
Well, yeah, because people search for a thing. I mean, if you wanted to start a food channel, put it on your regular channel, somebody gets on and they search for it and they find it. It doesn't have to be all about one thing. Your channel can be everything.
Well, it's when you niche yourself with the name of it.
Yeah, I understand.
So that's the problem is how do you get yourself out of that name?
I think you just do it because you're a human, right? I feel you though, because you never know who you're bringing in. Where you start talking about something, and then all of a sudden half your audience goes away, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, like right now, like this season of car repairs is here, and the removed brake rotor that the short video that I'm doing that did like 4 minutes is the most watched video the last month and a half.
So, yeah. Whenever I do anything, even if I know how to do it, I still go to YouTube and double check myself or find out how somebody else is doing something.
Yeah, I mean, just to get another video out, because next video will be out the end of this month. But I fill up a gap besides the the ultra teaser video I did. Maybe I'll just do another car repair quick fix, like this.
Akuma mods, what's going on?
Brought the car in last year. Sam was here, and there's a leak from the rear end, and it was wound up being an AC line, and the auto shop repair shop wanted $1,500 to replace the line, and then this was for the rear AC for the rear passengers. It has a separate condenser or whatever for it, and they said, well, you could either do that because they got to drop the fuel tank and replace the lines, or they could just cut it, and that's $700. I'm like, this seems kind of odd. So I actually went to Ford and got the $15.74 gaskets to actually fix it.
Yeah,
this is the BS that I'm tired about with mechanics. It's a $15 fix, 5-minute job.
I charged 500.
Oh no, they wanted to charge for the rear AC to work. They wanted to charge $1,500.
Yeah, they want to replace too much stuff, make more money on parts.
Oh yeah, instead of actually diagnosing the problem, they look at it and say, you know what, this is what you need. No, it's not. So it's utterly ridiculous.
Was that from?
I mean, it's not the first time that I've caught the shams like this. It's like one of the main reasons why I started doing auto repair on my own was 4 years ago. And I know this person. I've known him since I was 13 years old. He's half owner of a shop. And it was the control arms for the wife's Ford Explorer. And he's like, to replace both control arms and tie rod ends, you're looking at $1,600. What? $1,600 for control arms and tie rod ends. I said, okay, well, how much is a control arm? Oh, that's $260, and that's with your 20% off. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I look, an OEM one is half that price. And then if I was to get aftermarket, it's literally 1/4 that price.
Mhm.
So I'm like, and they're not OEM. They're getting from the same places, Napa, AutoZone. The trucks come and drop off parts, so you know where they're getting them from. And they're like, well, we need to have markup and make money on the parts. I said, no, that's why you have an hourly rate. Well, we guarantee the part. I said, what are the chances that part that you put on is going to fail within 1 year? It's not. So that's
Thank you for
BS
following
too.
quick.
So
Thank you for follow.
I did the whole front end. I did the struts, the control arms, the tie rod ends, all for like $700. Then the struts wasn't even part of it that they put on there. So I that's, and then like for the truck, I had oxygen upstream 2 go out. Grant's a little hard to get to.
Most
And I
people
already
over here
bought
in
the
the
sensor.
UK have to be certified to work on cars.
I'm sorry?
Most people here in the UK have to be certified for working on cars. And, I do believe they have a price list of how much they can charge for certain items and all that, and hourly rate. But if it go above that, it can happen. But if you go to a private person,
Unfortunately, I can't really hear. I got the laser right next to me. I should be wearing headphones, but I'll smile and nod and pretend like I did hear you, and I'll do this.
Were they not just trying to price themselves out of doing a job because they just didn't want to do it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. But no, this is a common repair thing that they do. That's what they make money off: suspension parts, suspension work, and stuff like that. But when the timing system went out on due to a failed water pump, we were getting ridiculous numbers for because no one wanted to do it. So that's a total thing. And so we went. My daughter's boyfriend wound up doing one, and then I helped do the other one. But so the oxygen sensor upstream 2, Bosch, $90. So I go to Bell Tire and I ask, oh, how much is it to replace this? Oh, it'd be $400. Wow, $400. Yes. He's like, well, it's about an hour labor, and the oxygen sensor is $300.
It's ridiculous. No,
absolutely. I don't mind you charging like 10-20% upcharge on a part, but 300-400%, no. You are gouging. You're literally gouging the customer. And
it's a 10-minute job at the most.
Oh yeah, even one of my wife's friends from her work is a mechanic. He came by, replaced it, and I gave him $100. He was like shocked. I'm like, oh, what? You were here for an hour. Here's $100. He's like, no one's ever paid me to do stuff.
Take care, maker.
Sorry about this tripod. I was wrong. My wife just corrected me. She says anyone can work on cars. Yes, some people have qualification, but you don't have to be qualified. Of course.
Well, not everyone can work on cars. They're actually making it harder to work on cars.
Yeah, everything nowadays is electronic, and it's making almost impossible for most people to replace things because you don't know what went wrong. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I worked on things my whole life, too.
It's the newer the car, like what the wife got, she has a 2020 Edge. We got a maintenance plan with it. We bought a maintenance plan because I said I don't want to touch it. Because you're getting to the point where it's harder besides brakes and some suspension components. It's hard to get to almost anything else.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I did to her car was disable the auto stop start because I can't stand that technology. So.
Any particular reason why you can't stand it?
What's that?
Any particular reason why auto stop start annoys you?
Because the starters are sometimes in a really bad spot, and they're not meant as to be a consumable. If it was meant to be a consumable, it would be in a really good location for you to replace it pretty darn easily. So, and it's like when you sit next to someone in, like Chicago, in bumper to bumper traffic and you hear that thing stop like 10 times before you even make it through that light, to me that's utter ridiculous.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, because you are creating more wear and tear on your engine components by doing the auto stop start when it's to that point. If you know you're gonna be in traffic as a person driving the automobile, most of them have an override inside, but it resets when you turn off the car. Well, luckily for Fords and Chryslers, they're pretty darn easy. It's just one little wire extra that's on the battery terminal that you just take off. It's disabled. Done.
Okay.
So that's, if starters, again, were that easy to get to, which 95% of them are not. There's a manufacturer that has it in the bell housing of the transmission. That's how ridiculous it is. I think it's a Mercedes that has that in the bell housing. It sounds like John likes Japanese cars. I like lots of different cars. But it's just my rant. And my wife hated it when she got the car. She was like, "How do I turn this off?" I said, "There's a button right there." She's like, "No, I want it off permanently." So it's also her wish too.
My brother was working on something years ago, and to get out one of the spark plugs, the motor mounts had to get loose, and he had to jack up the engine. It was just a big nightmare. They design things, and then they drop them inside a car and sell it to you. So many things you got to pull the damn engine to get to anything. The way they're built, idiots.
Well,
they're designed by idiots.
Well, that's a lot of the cars are put together on the subframe and then lifted from the bottom up. And so Guy the Jedi, I do actually have with O'Reilly's. They thought since my email is Tripod's Garage, they thought that I was an actual garage shop. So they said, "Oh, you're here so often, set up an account." But no, it's some people like the technology. By all means, run it. But when like I said, when I'm at a traffic light and I hear it going off on, and you're sitting in bumper to bumper traffic, to me, it is a total waste. And you are putting excessive wear and tear on your automobile, and all that just to appease the government with emission standards. That I would like to see the how much more gas you are using starting up your car in that 2 or 3 minutes waiting for that stoplight 5 times than actually burning the gas.
I'm sorry, I drive a hybrid.
That makes sense.
Sorry,
That's
I don't
more
drive a
efficient.
car.
That you're using the battery, right? You're not stopping the engine, starting it, right? You are running the battery under a certain mile per hour, right?
This one, it's a Peugeot 308. It will run on battery until the battery runs out. So we get about 20 miles of range, which is enough for day to day, as long as we remember to charge it, which that's the main bit.
And I agree with Guy the Jedi. I mean, it was such a simple technology, and then you have just the doing all the timing and stuff. For now, the engines are much more complicated than they have to be.
Yeah.
So, and trust me, I was just annoyed enough when the Explorer water pump died, and it was actually found out that it was ran off of the timing chain. I was like, you idiots at Ford, really?
I was watching a YouTube video. A shop got a vehicle in it, some kind of a truck, and something was wrong with one of the taillight bulbs. And because there was something wrong with one of the taillight bulbs, the guy couldn't start the truck. And it was like a $400 or $500 fix to buy a new taillight, whatever it was, to fix it. But the truck wouldn't start. I mean, what kind of stupidity is that?
There was a Ford F-150 vehicle, the Torah channel, that has the lane departure and stuff built into the tail light instead of just into like the bumpers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So you literally have all these modules now in the taillight assembly. That makes these just real ridiculously overpriced. And then if those go out, guess what? Everything starts.
I seen a Dodge Ram commercial this morning where the tailgate is lifting itself up. What is hard about lifting up a tailgate? It's good exercise. And somebody wants to put a motor on a tailgate, something else to break down, or somebody to steal, come out in front of your house and steal just because most tailgates, it takes 3 seconds to unhook it and run off with it. So, it's ridiculous.
That's why mine's hard to butt up against the garage, so they can't. So.
Yeah.
Our car just went into several mechanics who couldn't figure out what the problem was, other than that our undercarriage is rotting out and we were having grounding issues. And so that was the second mechanic, because the first one had no clue. And at that point, we were still literally experiencing everything that we were experiencing. So we brought it back to the dealership. And they found out, like, oh, we have firmware upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, firmware up? Go, what the? I don't want firmware upgrades in my car. Like, and then outside of that, I guess we never got a notice, but we had some recalls for my power steering and a bunch of other stuff that I've been experiencing, like thinking that I'm going to be driven off the side of the road because my power steering just takes control of itself. So yeah, I'm over here like, great, like firmware, like what happened to just things that just turn on and go and turn off, and that's it.
Why go away from a proven technology of power, rack and pinion to electric steering? So now when your car battery dies, your steering is like fully backed too.
And I look at like you, where you're just like, you're seeing just the basic aspect of where cars are. I'm not a car person either, so like, me and Rob were talking about it, and Rob's going down a laundry list of things that I'm like, yeah, like why are cars like this these days when they weren't once? Is it making them more efficient, more reliable, or is it just something else that the mechanic can be like, hey, this has a problem? Well, why? Because it's an electrical, and things have gotten too complicated, like you think,
Yeah, don't forget to check your blinker fluid all the time too.
Your blinker fluid
and your muffler bearing. Right?
That's how I feel though, where it's just like I have enough where I can talk to somebody where I feel like I'm being bamboozled, but I'm sure there's other people that might think like, yeah, blinker fluid. I never thought that needed to be replaced. Did you replace it?
I'll charge you £10,000 for
it. I just know enough to be dangerous, especially to mechanics, and they don't like me. So, and that's fine, because the problem is I've gotten, like I said, ripped off.
Well, you've got your own garage. Word gets around, guy.
Yeah. Well, I have literally. So the driveway mechanics that came by, they help with the timing chain on the F-150. They said, "Do you have everything?" I said, "I literally have almost every tool in here to fix a car, almost anything but a cherry picker for the engine waste." So. They're like, okay, they asked me for this. Oh, got it. This, that, everything. So it's just a matter of me standing on 1 foot long enough to do the task. That's the biggest problem. My foot starts burning and aching so fast.
So did I hear you again that you're worried about like transitioning from like CNC to more garage stuff?
No, I just do whatever I want.
Sure.
I'm talking about other people that niche themselves into
that are into it. Okay, I didn't know if you were like referencing
and they look into pivot, and it's like, well, how you pivot, and you have to rebrand your whole channel.
Sure. Yeah, so I hear you.
That's why I originally started the channel as one-legged idiot doing stuff. So it still is. But.
I feel you.
Or you can always start another channel and just put a ton of content on it, and it might take off and it might take time. It all depends. As you know, my channel's never taken off, and I know people that haven't been doing this nearly as long as I have, and they're really huge. So it all depends.
Yeah, some come in and after 4 months or 5 months they are hitting 100K.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it like legit though? Like, are all those people legit, or can you have bots and stuff? And
YouTube done away with that a 2 years back. They cleaned up a lot on YouTube, and people that were paying for their subs or however they were doing it, that was cleaned up. And the only legal way I know to get more subscribers to pay for Google ads. If you legally pay for Google ads and you run commercials, your commercials on other channels, your videos, then you can grow faster that way. But that costs lots of money.
Yeah, and I also saw some YouTube videos talking about that, how that is going to work out on the longer term. But
yeah,
I don't want to spend money on promoting my videos that way.
you can always tell when someone does the other thing besides YouTube advertising, because you get the weird bot comments in their video, and and I don't know, let's just say I've seen them. I'm like, dude, just delete them, man, because it's just really.
Well, that's where it's just the grass is always greener, right? But we turn into a bowl of jelly, green jelly ourselves, and I know I've seen stuff before where I'm like, that person has 90K and they just showed up last month. Like, get out of here.
Or when they have like 300, 400,000 subscribers and they get 2,000 watchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, not every video takes off, and I'm a prime example of that. So.
Yeah, but sometimes you see videos of those kind of people, and you're like, that was one crap video. How did you manage to almost hitting 500,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
So is there like three type of people, like people who are just doing what they're doing for fun? Then there's the people who are hitting it big without realizing what they did. And then the other people that are being so strategic about it, they know exactly what they're doing, because it's a job, it's a business. And so for some people, are you making a living off of what you're doing for fun, or are you out there literally pulling algorithms and pushing stuff like strategic because you're making billions of dollars off of it?
The YouTuber Nick Nim or something like that, I'm talking about? He tells you how to do stuff on YouTube. It's Nick something, John. Nick something. He does YouTube. I said his name and he went blank.
Who do you mean? Or which channel do you mean?
His name is Nick something. All he does is tell you how to get better on YouTube and how to make content. So he done a video a couple days ago. He was talking about YouTube and algorithms and how to do this and how to do that. And he showed his page where he makes his earnings at. And his earnings page, you get paid monthly. It said $8,600. I'm thinking, wow, he's bringing in over $8,000 a month. I don't remember how big his channel was, but I mean, it's good size. But all he does is videos on how to do things on YouTube. And he's exciting, and that's all he explains.
Yeah, the only videos for getting more, education about YouTube and how algorithms work and how I can improve is vidIQ. Maybe Think Media once in a while. That are basically the channels that I follow to learn a little bit more and how to improve stuff. But basically, yeah, it's all the things I do if I want to improve it. And I mean, like, I'm doing YouTube since 2019. This year is, I think, one of the best years ever. So
yeah. Well, just make good content, make yourself happy, and if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. Just keep yourself happy. Do your best that you can do on it. And besides, if you get forgetful like I do, I can make a video about how I'm doing something, and then when I forget how to do it, I can go back and watch my video.
And what? Oh, so a little bit documentary for yourself, your personal.
Yeah, exactly. Just make good content.
Memory.
And I do
that, Jerry. I mean, like, that's how I use all my social media, is really just all about me and my memory. Everybody else is just along for the ride.
Yeah.
It's just mental sticky notes for me.
I was looking back on my YouTube videos last week. I saw some videos back from 4 or 5 years ago, and those are so cringy. Oh my gosh, waving my hands all the time, and
But that's how you maybe felt about like high school or growing up in middle school. You know, you're like, oh my god, don't Mom goes and grabs the album and showing the girlfriends. Oh, they're so big. Stop it.
The pudding.
It's good to grow, right? You get to see your progress.
yeah, from some of the videos from 4 or 5 years ago, I changed the thumbnail, changed the title a little bit, just editing some little parts out.
I've been streaming for 3 hours now. We got 30 people watching, 18 on YouTube and 12 on Twitch. I'm going to do a raid, and in the stream, I'll be back on in 2.5 hours. I'll be on the Laser Makers Realm with LA Hobby Guy, Patrick, and Jeremy. I'll be on their stream later in 2.5 hours. But I want to thank everybody that donated to me, the people that followed, the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody here, Doug, Zach, Josh, Matt. Thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it. But we're going to start the raid on Twitch. We're going to raid in the Maker Deck. I hope everybody has an awesome weekend, and we'll be back next Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. Let's see, raid. And here goes the raid on Twitch. So everybody on Twitch, take care. Everybody on YouTube, thank you very much. If you'd like to help support me on my printer endeavor to get my SVO8, jenap1@yahoo.com is my email. You can PayPal me, and I'd really appreciate it. Everybody have an awesome day. Take care.